You can sleep. Side hand, I'll be that too. Because chicks are young and this chick is old. So I'll be the side hand. Thank you, Reggie, for correcting her. I will be the side chick. The mistress, the side chick, the hand. It's whatever. I mean, name calling is what y'all do. That's
Hey guys, happy Friday. What's going on? Yes, it's Juneteenth. It's Juneteenth, y'all. You made it. I don't know. Our friend Joey is supposed to be here. He hasn't checked in yet. So Joey, come out wherever you are. For backup, I do have a backup plan. I do have a backup just in case. Just in case. Hey guys. Don't fart on my leg. I was like, don't fart. Don't fart on my leg. Only me 23. Thank you so much. And West Side Stirry. Okay. West Side Stirry. Okay. Hold on a second. Let me drop coins for you guys. Okay. And again. And again. Okay. Okay. You guys, what's going on? Okay. Let's see. We might entertain ourselves with a little throwback while we're waiting. I had communication with our friend in the clouds yesterday, and I sent the link, and I don't know. We'll see, but we're going to just, there's always a backup plan. So, and there's a backup to the backup, right? So my backup plan is this the first one? Hold on. Okay. I feel like, has it been that long since we've seen video calls? Well, remember when the video calls got dry? Hold on. Let's see. All right. Okay, hold on a sec. I don't know if this one was a good one or not. I wanted to find the one that was really... Sonia was so awkward in those video calls. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you, Petty Garden Girl. If I would have known, I didn't... Thank you, Boo. Congratulations to the new member. Let's see. I don't know who it is. We're going to find out. We finna to find out, y'all. Okay, guys, let me drop this link too. Hold on. First of all, I'm going to put up a Q&A box. Ask your Nesto related questions. If you have questions about anything else other than Nesto, send it somehow in another way, because we're staying on topic tonight. Anything that needs a follow-up, I know. But if you want to remind me of something or whatever, feel free to do so on Instagram, Patreon, Facebook, email. Okay. I accidentally hit the member live and I think he left a comment saying he's running late. I accidentally, oh, really? Okay. My bad. So y'all, I couldn't see any of the comments. Hold on. Okay. So you think that he dropped it in a comment in the member live? Okay. That helps. Thank you. Thank you, Lady Ella. Lady Ella. Is it Lady Ella DL? Jay Breezy, thank you, boo. Happy birthday, Integrity Matters. Was it at the beginning that he put that? Happy Juneteenth, everybody. It's a holiday. It's a holla. Okay. And it's a birthday. Let's just dip in here. We haven't seen this. I probably have not seen this, I'm sure, since this first premiered. So we're gonna just do some throwback until Joey comes on, and we'll take it from there. Now, are there any Nesto updates? Come on, y'all. Y'all know better than that. Let me just go check though, just to be for certain. Williams. I feel like I checked earlier today, but I can't even remember. I pretty much check every day, but I can't really. The nothing from yesterday feels the same as the nothing from today, so I don't really know. They could have filed something for all we know. It's been over 2 months since the last hearing. So let's see. Nothing. So the last entry on the docket was April 16th, 2026, and there is nothing new on the docket. Okay. Thank you to our members. Thank you. Petty Garden Girl, thank you, hun. Scorpio, thank you. Let me see. People are dropping milestones. Thank you, Only Me. Thank you, Lady. Thank you, Miss Lady Ella. Thank you, babe. Scorpio, Petty Garden Girl, membership. Let's see who got the membership. Whoever got it, we'll see you in member chat. I feel like I don't know what's going on with my mouse. I thought my mouse needed a new battery because it was scrolling weird. Esta Esponita, I thought you were already in members, but girl, congratulations. You done got a membership for the month. Okay. Welcome. West Side Story, Only Me. Thank you so much, hun. And don't fart on my thigh. Okay. Thank you guys. I appreciate y'all so much. All right. Okay, so no updates on Nesto. Last time we met, last time we talked about Nesto, he was in court April 16th, and his lawyer, I feel like I've said this 150 times, his lawyer requested a hearing because he's in opposition of his indictments, his cases, at least his financial cases under will, being merged together, and nothing has happened since April 16th. So that's the update. That's the update. Still nothing has happened, right? And I think, I don't remember the date, but his lawyer we know that Hoover has 1,000,001 cases, and we know we have to go back and look. Since I'm here, let's look at Roberto's leave of absence. I feel like the last leave of absence was Will's. Ooh, excuse me, y'all. The last leave of absence I have posted was Will's, and let's look at Roberto's. Let's see what days where he's not gonna be when. Okay, so our Sean Hoover. It is June 19th now. So June 19th. Okay, sir in May was at a youth offenders convention. Hold on. Can y'all see this? Sir was at the youth offender convention May 4th through 5th, and then June 29th through July 3rd. He's on personal time. Okay. He in July 20 to the 24th is at the GPDC. I forget what that is. Georgia Public Defenders Summer Conference. Are we here? And then August 3rd to September 4th, he is going to be over there with Arnold, Jerry Curl Regas. He's going to be over there with Arnold, Wave Nouveau, El Wap Regas, whilst they help little Miss Sarah Grace TikTok loves a true crime podcast, Grace Patrick, at her murder trial because she is accused of killing her mama and her stepdaddy. Okay. So Hoover and Arnold are going to be over there with little Sarah Grace. She wanted to be TikTok famous Patrick. Okay. So what does that say? Nesto, your lawyer is busy. He don't have time for you. Okay. All right. Okay. So here we are. Gosh, can you believe this is a year and a half ago? Now we get nothing, thank God, to the meddler, right? Okay. Thankfully, the YouTube streets meddler, we don't get anything now. We don't get anything because somebody had to go mess with people. All right. So we don't have any jail. We don't have the jail calls, phone calls, nothing. Can we drop some teeth and pizzas in the chat, please? Let's show some love in the chat. Drop some teeth. Drop some teeth and pizza slices. Okay. Did you guys, we were looking at a case, was it last week when we were looking at the case of the lady who drove from Raleigh to Savannah to Atlanta to Dallas, Texas, I believe, to go shoot her ex-husband? And she called Domino's Pizza. So the guy who was out there in front of the house was the guy from Domino's Pizza. And thank God for Domino's Pizza because of Domino's, he quickly, rather than just get in his car and drive away because, oh my God, somebody just shot off a full entire clip of bullets. All I was doing was dropping off pizza because he really could have been killed too. He ran to his car, got his phone, called the police, And luckily the man did not die. The man was very lucky to not pass away because he got pumped with bullets, and the Domino's delivery man was so kind and so quick on his feet to just immediately call for help. So that was amazing, right? Okay, guys, I haven't seen this since this first dropped. So, baby, I don't even know. I'm sure it's going to be very entertaining. I don't know if we're going to get through all of it because it's 2 friggin' hours, but I mean, hey, let's stay entertained while we wait on Joey. If Joey doesn't make it, Joey, if you're out there listening and you are in the trenches, it's Father's Day weekend, all of the things, don't worry about us. We'll have you back next time. Don't worry about it. But we know how to entertain ourselves for a little minute, okay? So don't worry about it if you can't come. Just send me an email or something, or I guess drop in the chat and just let us know that you'll, just give us a holla. Okay, but yeah, we're gonna just keep ourselves entertained. Hopefully this isn't boring. If it is, then I'm sure there's other videos we could watch. In the
Oh,
meanwhile,
no, no.
do you guys? I'm not even gonna really stop it so y'all can listen. Look how thin her hair is over here. And maybe it's the malnutrition that, like all jokes aside, I mean, at the end of the day, Joey dropped a comment and said he's running late. Okay. All right, Joey, we got your comment. You're running late. Thank you, boo. Was that over in members? Girl, Lambo was trying to talk my ear off when I was talking in members real quick, and I didn't see a thing. I don't have my emojis back yet either. Okay. Well, did you update? You didn't? Okay. We'll just hope and pray, okay? I put a ticket in with help desk, but I don't know that they're going to get back with me. It's like you kind of register a problem, but that doesn't mean that they're going to contact me back and ask for usernames and stuff. I just registered kind of like an issue. You know what you could also do? Also, I don't know if you can do this as a user. I'm a user too, but I'm a content user. You guys are experienced users. Is go to, is it YouTube help on X? On X, there's like YouTube. Forget what it is. I'll have to think about it. But we're getting off topic. So, all right. Okay. Thank you, boo. Thank you, hun. Okay. I feel like it's YouTube X or YouTube creator something, YouTube creator help. I'll have to see if I can find it, but I'll copy paste my comment over there that in my member exclusive emojis are not working, but just make sure that your phone is up to date, your app is up to date, and all of those things, because unfortunately when it's working for some people and not working for others, sometimes it's like a you problem for whatever reason that is. I don't know. So don't take that any type of way. It's just when it's not working at all, it's a more of like a universal problem versus like a one off or 2, 3 off, but it's working for other people. So then that's, I don't know what that would be. So, but yeah, I will send a tweet to the appropriate help desk after this. Okay. All right.
I need to
But
see
I'm
my
not going to stop this too much, even though I already am.
glass. I need my glass. Hold on. That's so weird.
Okay. Okay. It's a
I
weird
can
looking
see
thing.
them.
I
Okay.
really,
They block out the.
at the moment that they stopped, like I wish that the video calls would have stayed like this, but there probably were nasty people. People were probably no, cover your ears if there's kids listening. I'm giving you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There probably were people showing boobies, getting nasty, jerking, all kinds of stuff. There were probably people doing all kinds of nasty shit. And you know what I'm saying? So I just don't understand why they couldn't just leave it as it is. But, you got a bunch of horny adults who haven't seen their loved one or the opposite sex or whatever sex they're interested in a minute. and they're probably doing nasty stuff on these video calls, and that's why girl, you know what I didn't want to, should I just said masturbating? Just be scientific about it. They were on some master your domain, okay? And
Back part.
You blocked
Yeah.
out my back part? Yours
No,
too.
no, mine. Just mine.
I
Because
feel
you
like
keep
it
moving
was
the
fine
tablet.
like this.
Move
I
the
think
tablet.
No,
I honestly think let's just let it play while
that ain't none of me.
they're trying to get
It's the-
this whole first part is them trying to help desk what's going on here. Girl, her teeth. Girl, I forgot about those teeth. I'm just like, man. Yeah, remember they just could not. Did you see what happened right there? Girl. Jesus, Sonia, what happened? Baby. She must not eat any vegetables, fruit, nothing. Girl, she came back and said, "Let me brush my my tracks down." Girl, she said she had to brush them tracks out because she caught a look at them sparse edges. I really hate whoever was. So this was what I wanted to say. Whoever was in there being nasty, they should have had their privileges taken away, not ours. Okay. She had the nerve to say that we were playing
yeah.
with her image. She said that the YouTube streets were playing with her image, trying to make her look ugly. The nerve, right? How did we, the people, do anything when it's just giving? All I have to do is, you know what I'm saying? Like, girl, ain't nobody doing nothing to your image. This is what happens. She made it try to make it seem like people were trying to distort her face. Like, girl, stop it. They were so happy to see each other. I got me emojis back without updating. I think it was the ticket. Okay. Okay. Girl.
Yeah.
All right, let me put up a question and answer box. So we're not taking this reaction seriously. I'll have to, excuse me. I'll have to find where we reacted to this video the first time so that, are you guys still dropping pizzas and teeth? Oh no. Okay, girl. I'm like, wait a second. It's just the pizzas and teeth emojis for me, my lord. Someone's dropping me a squinting cat. Okay, or is that squinting cat? Thank you, boo. Someone sent me a disco ball emoji. Thank you, babe. Okay. Let me drop a Q&A box. So I'll go to it periodically to see if you guys have any questions. Otherwise, we're just going to keep ourselves entertained until our guest shows up. Let me do, okay, Q&A. Q&A, say something. Ask any Nesto related. Okay, and I'll put up a poll too. Why not? Okay, I just put up a Q&A. If you have a Nesto related question, put it in the Q&A box, and I'm going to try to get to everything. Okay, if we don't get to everything, don't feel some type of way. Okay, we do the best we can. Okay. There's only one of me. Okay, hold on. All right. Okay, let me put up. I don't want to ask the same old question. Hold on, let this play.
Yeah. But anyway, yeah, I can see you everything.
Really?
That camera you got is a super full. It's super bright. Where your glasses at? Can you see?
I can see. I can see you, but I can't see me. I can see you. Me is blurry, but I can see you. Yeah, my glasses are somewhere in the house. It's a drawer over there. It's some, but I don't,
What you mean blurry? Talking about on my side?
no. Me looking at, I can see me and you, but I can't really see me that clear. But I can see you clear.
Oh, okay. Okay. I don't know why this thing, maybe because it's just not starting.
Glitching. So how often can you call like this?
From 10 to 10,
Oh, all day?
all day. Yeah, all day. 15, 30 minutes. Yeah.
So that's better than a visit, because a visit is still a video call once the glitches get out.
Yeah. I ain't moving though. I don't know why it's doing that. Yeah. Maybe it's the animal.
They said right. It's on pause. So it just came up today?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yay!
So I can see that gap and everything now.
I told him I wanted to keep it because she was going to fill it in, and I was like, no, because all my teeth are gapped. So I'm like, just let it be gapped. You know what I'm saying? Don't change my mouth. It is what it is. Yeah.
I don't know why this thing ain't doing that though.
So I added 40 to your account today. Because you said it's how much? What is it? A session?
It's supposed to be.
Okay, I just dropped a poll, you guys. When will the next court date be for Nesto's RICO case? You know, they're not doing anything on the sexual assault. That's basically on pause per Judge Dunaway. Why? We've talked about it a million times because he said so. If you want to know detail on that, go to the last Nesto video. We've talked about it a million times. Judge Dunaway said so, and that's really the answer. But the RICO takes precedence. That's it. That's what he said. Will it be July? Because I don't think it's going to be this month. This month is already almost over. Will it be July? That's next month. Will it be? It won't be August because Hoover is on leave from August 3rd or something to September something. Okay. So it's definitely not going to be August. Is it going to be September? Is it going to be October? It could be November or December, but I'm not confident. I feel like if it's not October, it won't be till January. Like, why in the world would they all of a sudden pick it up in November or December if you hadn't touched it since freaking April? Okay. Yeah, I feel like January 2027, not the trial, the next court date. Okay, let's just don't read too much into my, you know what I'm saying? Don't read too much into my question. Hey, boo boo. Hey, Patty. When will the next court date be? Not the trial. Okay. All right. So you guys answer. We got over 300 here, almost 350, and we got 79 votes. Get into it. Okay. I'm gonna let the questions collect for a minute. I don't know if we even have any questions yet. Of course, we have one. Is Nesto in Fulton County? Nesto is a Fulton County inmate who is housed in Cobb County, right? He's in Cobb County, number one, because of the overcrowding. And I think it's just a safer location for seniors and people who were perceived a little bit more high profile at the time. And at the time that he was arrested, he was Shirley Strawberry's husband, who works for the Steve Harvey show. So they sent him over to Cobb County, probably for a couple of reasons. But he is Fulton County, but he's not in Fulton County. He is at Cobb for housing purposes. So good question. Some people don't know that. Like, why is he in Cobb County? Housing. That's it. That's it. That's all. Okay.
$3, $3.20, something like that.
Oh, that ain't shit. So you can call me 3 times a day, but you're going to see me looking like shit.
Girl. We already know that.
Put you on that like that anyway.
Oh, they would. They love to show. You know what they do? They distort my pictures. So when I'm like the video, when I'm paused at an ugly position, they'll put it up there.
Is it really? So I don't know anything about his housing. Now he said he was in an honor dorm, But I think that was before. So remember when he was talking about the honor dorm? Okay, remember that? You didn't miss the special guest, baby. You probably missed us saying that he's running late. That's what you missed. You didn't miss the special guest. Okay. The special guest is running late, so you did not miss anything. Okay, hon. Okay. Is it really called the honor dorm? I don't know what it's called. I think it's called the insane asylum dorm that he's at, because when he initially went over to Cobb County, he had financial crimes, right? He had like some theft by taking, theft by receiving. While he's been over there, remember, he got upgraded to sexual assault, rape, everything else. You can't be in no honor dorm with sexual assault, rape, and everything else. He's over there with the chomos and all of the creepy yokies. Remember, he got moved. So I'm going to go on a limb and say if he was in a honor dorm once upon a time, he got moved, just like with the Jarvis Butts calls and stuff. Remember, Jarvis had a job in jail, but when he got charged with the creepy yoki and all of the things, because he was in there for a gun situation, which I don't see how that would have made you an honor dorm person anyway, but I don't run the jail. But when he got charged, he started to get charged with those sexual assaults, and then ultimately he got charged with the murder and sexual assault. Like, he started racking up the cases. He got moved. He lost his job and he got moved. So if Nesto was in an honor dorm, I know you guys probably remember, those of you guys who've listened to all the calls with us, he got moved. They moved him one time. So when he got moved to that other dorm, I think he was with the chomos and such.
How about that?
I still okay. There you go. I see you.
All right, that's better.
Yeah. Oh, so you got to stand up. You can't sit down.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
So you got
stand
to
up.
stand the whole time.
Yeah, gotta stand the whole time. Yeah.
Hey, handsome.
Anyway, so you can't see the background, but this is very clear right here.
I could see a little of it, but not a lot of it.
Now I'm saying the camera is clear.
They probably don't want
clear.
people sitting down because you can do more nasty things when you're sitting down. And they probably if you're standing up looking at the iPad or whatever, they probably feel like, okay, there's less likelihood of people doing nasty behavior.
Because it's very clear what I can see you. Wait, can you hear me?
Antisocial nastiness.
No, I can hear you. I can hear you fine.
Hey, everybody.
You have to talk loud. I can hear you fine.
Okay, cool. So what you got going on?
Nothing. I'm just in the house putting I gotta finish up my answer for my complaint, and that's about all I'm working on. For my situation in Ohio for that freaking house of a nightmare. Let me find. Maybe the. Let me get my clothes stand.
Okay, we're gonna.
Video is paused.
I don't know why it's
pausing every 2 seconds.
I guess so. I don't know why though.
What's the dress code on the video?
Ain't no dress code.
The dress code is have on clothes. That's the dress code.
You can't be on there, what, boobs and all that stuff? Like it ain't like a visit.
No, this ain't like.
But that's you being stupid. You being a grown woman, being stupid, asking that question. That's the reason why. It's not the only reason, but I'm sure there were people doing stupid stuff like that.
Come up here. You just can't be.
Really?
Yeah, this
he has
ain't
no
like
shoulders.
Speaking with cleavage.
Yeah, all you do is everything. I'm listening to young boys. I just be listening. That's all. I just be listening to them. They be saying it. That's it. That's it. That's my first. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, this is paid for. This ain't like jail now.
Oh. But they still don't want nothing too explicit. Because I feel like they do as much as whatever the pictures that they allow you to have, like about that to that degree. Katie, dinner.
Sonya, that baby.
Just put her in a chair with some snack and a phone. You want some? Like, no. Yeah. I gotta do my hair. It's, because what I was doing was looking like shit and coming like only once a week I was getting dressed to come see you. But mostly during the week I just be like, whatever. You close my door. That'll work.
Hey, Niner girl.
That's the thing,
Yeah, they got fixed it because I ain't even moving. This thing here's trying to move. I'm not even doing that.
No.
So, nah, I mean y'all move. I read the thing, y'all can move around. This jail just behind time. They've been having these things out here.
So they're saying, so when you move, it's pausing.
Yeah, but I'm not. Yeah, that's what it's saying.
So
But you can move. But it said the inmate has moved to the tablet place. That's what it says. But I ain't moved nowhere.
Oh, I guess it's because your background got to reset itself when you move because they want it to stay blurred.
Yeah, I guess
Maybe
so.
that's what
Girl, who knows?
Yeah, which is, I don't even know why your background has to be blurry. Privacy. For them to have privacy in the back.
Well, I guess so. I don't. This is my first time using this.
Okay.
I'm in jail. Whatever they got, I'm using.
Right.
But this is better though. This is much
Girl,
better.
that tooth that they gave her is horrible.
It's clear.
I forgot about those teeth.
It's clear.
Yeah. See
I
that?
wonder if that was her temporary tooth because that thing was sticking out. That thing was sticking out like that boy from Mad Magazine.
That is, it's cool, but I appreciate it.
Plus this, I don't have to leave the house.
Yes,
You can call
happy
whenever you wanna
Juneteenth,
call.
happy
Consider that one for
Juneteenth,
you.
happy Juneteenth, y'all.
Yeah.
Happy
is much
birthday to Integrity
I'm gonna go to the bathroom
Matters.
and wipe my
Happy
nose, but I
birthday
can
to
make
all
me
of
go
our
home.
friends. Happy Father's Day to all of the gentlemen out here. We do have a special guest. Special guest is not here, and we're going to keep ourselves entertained for a bit. And hopefully our guest will come. The guest said that he was running late, and that's fine. But we know how to keep ourselves occupied. And if it comes to be a time where it's time for us to go, then we will have our special guest back another time.
Okay. All right then. That'll work.
Girl, the bottom lip does not help the
I keep going, but
situation
they'll
at
figure that
all.
Yeah.
It's no big deal.
Okay. All right. Well, I'll call you later then.
What time? Because you know what, you got to tell me because this thing doesn't make noise. I have to look at my phone to see that you're calling. It doesn't make any noise.
Oh. Okay. That's
So you got to
good.
tell me what time I need to start looking at my phone, and then I'll look at it. But it makes no noise at all. It doesn't beep. It doesn't ring. It doesn't do anything. It just shows up on your screen that I got a video call.
Okay. Well, what time you feel available? That's when I call back.
Man, I'm available all day. It's whenever you want to call me. You want to call me back in 2 hours? Call me back in 2 hours. You want to call me back at 4?
Yeah, I'll call you back
Or
at
5 o'clock?
I'll call you back at 5. Let me see what this
I'll call you back at
Yeah. I'll call you back at 5.
Call me back at 5.
All right, good. Oh yeah, this is cool, right? This is all right, right? I guess so. But it's great. I kicked my way in. I see you see it on it. I guess by the time I leave here, I guess I have a whole head for the grade. It'll be over with.
No, you'll be out of there soon. You'll be out of there shortly.
All right.
Girl,
You'll be out of
okay.
there soon. All right, 5 o'clock. Call me at 5.
All right, cool. Well, your hair
I'm going
look
to take a
good.
nap because I
Yeah,
got woke up. Huh?
Oh, okay, I got you. All right, cool. See you then.
He's sleepy. All right,
All right.
bye.
Goodbye. Damn.
Oh, did he call her right back?
I didn't do nothing. Okay. How about that?
Oh my God. Can you see?
I don't know why I keep moving. I'm not moving.
Yeah. You know what? It'll probably be better within a week after the system gets
You know what? This might be this old tablet I'm using. It's another tablet I can use. I can try to fix it. Give me 2 minutes. I'll call you right back. Is that okay?
Yeah. Hello.
Girl, these first couple calls were so stupid, but they were still trying to calibrate and get used to the new system or whatever. Can you believe that her and the meddler broke up this year? I'm still like, wow. I mean, it kind of was like, I'm not surprised, but they're both so phony and such users. I thought they would just carry on. But at least, I don't even want to say at least. I am surprised. I guess Sonya figured she didn't really need the meddler anymore and was like, fuck it, bitch, I don't like you anyway. Cause that's what it was giving, right? Um, oh, okay. It was like, oh, okay. Yeah, I don't give a fuck. Oh my God. Y'all, we have so much to talk about. This 4-year jail anniversary, baby. There's so much to talk about. I'm gonna have to start to write a list of all the things that happened this year. But I would say one of the funniest things that happened this year was the fact that damn Sonya was like, fuck it. Okay. Okay. Later. Deuces. I really consider us to be friends. That is my friend. When I knew that they were not friends, I mean, I said it from the beginning, but when the meddler invited her for that fake birthday party, and she said that her daughter was going to be getting a cabin up in the woods or whatever, and that she wanted her to come with her for the birthday party thing. And then Ponytail contacted her, or they were on live, they were doing their little live stream stuff, and then she asked her, well, what's going on with, and she totally like forgot. It was like, are you just making stuff up? You invited the woman to come celebrate your birthday. Turns out there's no birthday celebration. I mean, it's just weird. Like, you two are not even friends. Oh my God. Are my comments that bad where the bot is letting them? Are my comments oh my God, are my comments that bad where the bot is not letting them through? I don't know, hun. If you don't see them, probably nobody's moderating anything in here, I don't think. I've only gotten one question in the Q&A box. Don't feel like you got to drop them in there. I just want to be sure that was it. Oh, you guys are sending like bunches of jewels and stuff. Oh my goodness. My bad, y'all. Hold up. Let me acknowledge. Okay. Is it Delphina? Thank you, boo. Hold on, let me get my finger on something. Thank you, Delphina. Jam 1212. Delphina again. Denise. Squinting Cat. T Baby 74. T Baby. Thank you. Let's see. Chick-fil-A gal. Thank you, boo. Let me see. Is that them girl? Is that the make method? The make method? Is that, or the make, the Makita method? The Makita method, maybe, is that it? Oh, Lord help me. In Jesus' name. Okay. Delphina Overcomer. Jesus. Let's see. Sonya, get your head out the camera, girl. Oh my God. These angles. Okay, I feel like I'm caught up. Thank you guys. Thank you for all of the jewels and gems and sunshines and party hats and flowers and all of the things. Thank you, y'all. So sweet. Love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. Thank you. Hey Siri, hey boo. I'm gonna leave it on this screen so I can see them when they come through. You know what? Let me do a split. Let me do a split screen. Hold up. I gotta do a split on one side and Nesto and Sonya on the other so I can see everything. Okay, there we go. Okay.
You know, everything is compromised.
Yeah, I got that part. I got that part. We'll talk politics. That's good. That's even better with me. Yeah,
I'm not watching. You know, you've seen all these planes that's crashing.
yeah, I have seen that. So why?
One crashed today and
Girl,
landed on the roof.
girl. Just as we're trying to get back to the call, she wants to start talking crazy talk again. Look, at the end of the day, what you gonna do about it? This is what I'm gonna say. Okay? What you gonna do about it? Oh, hold on 1 second, okay? What you gonna do about it, Sonia? Everything is compromised, and what? What about it? Okay, that's what I say, right? Hey, Joey.
Francoise, can you hear me?
Yes.
Bonsoir.
Bonsoir. How are you?
Oh, okay. How are you?
I'm doing fine. Sonia says everything is compromised. What do you say?
At this point in time, yeah, everything is compromised.
But what are you going to do about it? That's what I want to know.
There's not much you can do behind bars.
Right, you know what I'm saying? Like, you got to just go with the flow and stay out the way. I feel like that's the best advice. Go with the flow and stay out the way.
That is true.
You know what I mean? What do you think? Is that not PC? I feel like that is very PC.
That is very PC. And
Yeah.
very wise, very smart.
Yeah, just stay out the way. Okay, so we're so glad to have a couple of people were like, did we miss our special guest? And I'm like, no, we did not miss our special guest. Our special guest is running late. So thank you for coming. Are we interrupting your Father's Day?
No, you're not. But my apologies. I'm running late, and Friday at 6 o'clock is always a tough time.
Oh my goodness, my bad for scheduling at that time. We know that you have, I know that you have dogs. I feel like we've heard dogs in the mist before. I don't know if you have human children as well. So just wishing you a happy Father's Day.
Oh, thank you very much. Thank you.
Okay. Yes. Enjoy. I hope you get, lots of good outfits and sneakers and hats and tools and all the things that dads get. Special breakfast and cologne and sleep an extra hour. Not have to walk all your jobs that you do over the weekend that you don't have to do, all of that.
Yeah, that's true. And I do sound different tonight. I think I'm on my computer tonight, so maybe that's
okay.
Yeah, maybe that's.
Oh, okay, okay. You're using your Zoom setup?
I'm using this StreamYard, whatever that is. I am using that.
Okay. Do you have a microphone on your computer and everything?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Very cool. Okay.
I do.
Okay. So I don't know, when you came into the chat the other day, we had a guest.
Yes. Because I wanted to talk about the Kayla Brown thing. I
okay.
Really about that.
Can we be easy on the victims? Because I have had a lot of victims reach out to me, and the people, they're so upset. It really made me think about how NESTO's victims must feel. So absolutely, I'll be happy to talk Kayla Brown. Hold on, let me get these two weirdos off the screen. Are we done talking about them, or are we gonna circle back?
We can circle back to them because it all ties into them. And there's a couple of new. There's a new case that may be bubbling up later on. You just have to stay. You just have to.
Are you Bill Ansel?
I am not Bill Ansel, but I will charge you.
Are we getting close?
I will charge you to keep your eyes open and continue to keep your ears open for it. But it's
Atlanta.
It's another case. It's almost identical. It's almost the NESTO case with better looking people.
Really? Okay. Hold on a second. That deserves a what? Excuse me.
It may bubble up. So, but
I know? Would I be familiar with the prosecutor?
We don't know. I don't think it's gotten to that point yet, but it may bubble up.
It may. It's still being investigated.
It's still being worked. Like a lot of these things are civil, but some of this stuff, if there's enough victims, can be picked up on the criminal side as well.
You're not talking about Christian Gold and Jennifer I'm So Stupid Williams, are you?
No, I'm talking about Lisa Wu. Remember her from Housewives of Atlanta?
Oh yeah. She was married to Keith Sweat once upon a time.
Right. There's a potential with that one. So not that I'm saying, but I
can believe I've heard some things. I've heard some things, and I can, hey, lots of people themselves into situations. We're just going to leave it right. Yeah. Cool. Okay. Interesting. We've seen some smoke out on the streets regarding Lisa Wu and some shenanigans.
Yeah. And that's kind of how it works. You get if you catch the smoke early, you catch the entire thing. From soup to nuts, you're there early. So, and it's all yours.
Let's talk about, I feel like Kayla's case was very much under the radar. Like, I don't want to say it was under the radar, but I don't know that anybody was really paying attention to it. She's not, obviously she has a lot of victims. She has a social media following. She doesn't have a big social media following. She's not necessarily an influencer. Nobody was really checking for her, to be honest, and not to be disrespectful. It's just nobody was. The only reason why I paid attention to this case was because I saw Will in court that day. And I just, you know what I mean? Like, I just was like, oh, there's Will. Oh, this is one of those, his cases that was on his list. And I looked it up and I was like, this might be interesting. And so it went, and I started watching. And then I was like, you know what? Let me run this back a little bit and hit the go live. So, because I was already watching, and then I went live, so everyone else could get caught up with what was going on. I just thought it was going to be a plea deal that day. I didn't know the girl was going to not show up and pull some week-long failure to report shenanigans for prison after copping a plea and all the things. So it's turning out to be interesting.
I think she's only doing what she's always done.
Right.
And listening to you've done some really good reporting. You've done some really good reporting on that too. So
thank you.
But looking at that whole scenario, listening to and you go to the court and you listen to the victims' impact statements, including the young man you talked to the other day, there appears to be something that people aren't saying. They are leaving. There's a lot of holes in what they're saying. The young man the other day,
Tyrone.
I think there's kind of a again, I'm just going to use a little bit of old-fashioned wisdom, simply because I'm basically a tortoise at this point in time. There may be some sort of, I don't know, romantic connection to her, because he seemed awfully broken up about the scam part. And
he's got a lot, he got amputated. He's suffering from a very tremendous loss of family, of a limb, of finances. I think there's some misery there with some bad decisions. I don't know that there was anything, I'm going to just say, I don't think there was anything like that going on. I just think that some people really feel like it's unfortunate when people put way too much trust in someone and get so hurt from a stranger. Because I can't really relate, because I've never done that. And, I'm super duper pragmatic, but it doesn't mean I've never been fooled before, but I've never been taken advantage of and been fooled. And I think some of those people feel taken advantage of and fooled. Also, because there was a little bit of a personal, like some people went to the church. Like someone came in my comments, the church that she did her seminar, she was a member there. So it wasn't even that she showed up at some church where nobody knew her and she just came in like some woman just came in with like the miracle investment plan. She actually was somebody who was a member of that church. Now, why, again, I had the same question. Why did you or anyone else think that this person was qualified just because she had money, and money that you really didn't even know where it came from? Because really the money that she was flaunting initially was because her father died. She had a big settlement. So she's looking like somebody who in their mind looks successful, and maybe they're thinking she's making a killing investing her dad's money. But it was just weird to me. I, like you said, I do agree with you. There is a missing piece to the "and why did this happen" situation, but I don't know. I'm gonna be honest with you. There is a missing component. I agree. There was like something like, now why?
No, again, from what I'm hearing, and again, being around long enough to know, it sounds, I'm just saying, and it feeds into a lot of these cases. There seems to be an element of kind of just like with Nesto, there's a lot of romance. There's a lot of this kind of, that's a tool that you can use. You can use the romance thing. You can use the church thing. You can use the
designer bags, right, BBLs, and nice cars.
The overarching thing is greed. Is getting that's a big one. I think the young man said it himself.
Yes,
I was greedy. He's I was a little concerned that he said I was greedy, but I think his sentiment was, I was trying to get this, but I wasn't trying to do good with it. I just wanted to get it for my own self. And if I was trying to do something good, maybe this wouldn't have happened. But yeah, greed plays a huge part of it. And a lot of folks are upset, and I think they're upset at themselves.
Absolutely.
So that's what I see a lot of. People are just mad, but they're really mad about me. But Kayla, from what I've, again, on the stand, just listening to her, I don't know. I don't know how I don't see how she convinced anybody to do anything. I really don't.
Listening to her talk, I think she got 2 or 3 words out, and I was like, you got to be kidding me. I've heard people before who barely finished high school who are so good at selling, okay, and they can sell, like whatever, ice water and whatever. They're just amazing, right? No formal education, but they are very good. And we've seen excellent con men too. She's not one of them. I don't know how she hooked people. Like, what was her freaking hook? That's what I want to know. Like, was she just waving fairy dust at people? Because she barely can put a sentence together.
I don't know, but I don't want to speculate, but again, there's an element of greed. There's a certain group of people out here that have been running these kind of not low level scams and hookups, and she just and she was just one of them. And Instagram is a very powerful tool. It helps you reaches out, and you can find you can find your tribe of people that just kind of identify with you, and you can really kind of, it makes them open to be fleeced. So,
and people underestimate crowdsourcing, because crowdsourcing, it blows people's minds how much money really is available with small donations. Even a small cluster can create a ripple.
That is true.
Depending on what your ripple needs to be. You know what I mean? Sure. So it's a very, some people really just don't have any respect for it. And it's unfortunate, because I think those of us who do, it leaves a bad taste, for, the tribe, because some people have been taken advantage of. And I'm just going to speak for myself as far as, someone who's got a social media following, is you do have to take it so seriously, and you have to really appreciate your tribe, because at the end of the day, the people that really take it for granted, the people are really hurt. And the overwhelming majority of people that I've heard from, because people have been in comments on Facebook, they've reached out to me on Instagram, sent me emails. Like, this is really a story where I've had quite a few people reach out to me, more than typical, and their feelings are just hurt, and they're just like, well, she only got away with this amount from me, so I'm okay. But then there's people with larger sums of money who are just, you can sense the devastation through the writing, that they just really feel like they got to tell somebody. And everybody is not part of the criminal action. Everyone did not know. Some people are finding out because of us going live.
That's true. I'm just curious, because one of the things that I noted very quickly, and again, if I'd interrogated or talked to them, is that no one, I guess the question I would have asked or could have asked is, once you gave her your money, explain to me how that money was going to grow. What did she tell you?
Right.
How that money was going to grow? No one was able to articulate how their money was going to grow. No one understood. No one. They just knew we gave it to her and she was going to make it just get bigger.
Someone in the comments wrote either yesterday or the day before, I think it's on the video with Tyrone, that when she was at the church, this individual in the comments said she paid $150. She was on a VIP ticket. She said at one point people were lined up. These are people that paid $150, so they got the first chance to invest. They got to be in line before the people who paid whatever else. And the mother, hopefully our people are listening, because that mom has not been adjudicated yet. The mother was collecting the payments, writing receipts, and taking pictures of people's IDs. So I don't know how that lady is saying that she was not involved, but there is a lady who says that she is a member at that church and that they were members at the church, and she was at the info seminar, and ma'am was taking the money, writing receipts, and taking pictures of people's IDs. And I think probably still feels like, oh my God, my ID could be floating out around here, like in somebody's phone, or, God only knows what they lined themselves up for. Hopefully, I mean, if nothing has happened yet, then hopefully nothing, but you just never know how that can go.
Right. And to make a comparison, Mr. Williams and Miss King, there's presumed scams involved, buying things. I'm going to buy you a car. I'm going to buy you a Winnebago. I'm going to buy you a motor coach. And you give them the money because you are anticipating actually receiving an actual thing. Mm-hmm. This is, and I hear the victim say, well, she showed me paperwork, and somebody said that they researched her, and I just, if you just listen to her speak, when she got on that stand and she literally could not articulate how anything was working, and her attorney, who was very good at filling in, which I hated he did that, but he filled in all the holes. So you still don't know the real truth. You still don't know what really happened. For all we know is that she was just collecting folks' money and just spending it. And because her settlement may be committed, you don't know.
Why do you think that he took that tactic? Because I mean, she had the deal. She could have just been contrite. And why do you think they took? I mean, I feel like they took that approach because she wanted sympathy from Big Bernie. But McBurney seems to be pretty easygoing. He's just a very mild mannered, laid back type of guy anyway. I don't know that he was going to lay the smack down on her anyway. Why do you think they went so hard with her sitting there filling in blanks? Because like Will Wooten the other day said that she's now going to be a witness if her mother doesn't take the deal. If her mom doesn't take the deal and he's got to prosecute her mom, Kayla is definitely going to be called as a witness. And there's people out in the bushes who have information regarding the shenanigans at the church that placed the mom at the church, taking money, writing receipts, and taking pictures of people's IDs.
Part of her, first of all, I think Kayla has already given statements to implement. That was part of her deal. That's the reason why she got the 5 years as opposed to 15.
Is sitting there and trying to provide a truthful statement.
Correct. So she's
about
already
her
given
participation.
She's already given those statements. She's already said that. And so you can't get on the stand and lie or say I forgot or I don't know, because that would jeopardize that deal. So she's already made those statements. The mother has been convinced, and Judge McBurney actually said it, just because you were in the room and you collected money and you took pictures, that doesn't necessarily mean that you were part or parcel of the actual crime. You could have just been hired as a secretary. I want you to take pictures, collect names, and you just don't know what happens after that. So, but apparently the mother feels that she can prove that she was not culpable in any other crimes, so she doesn't want to be on probation for, what is it? Is it a couple of years, 5 years?
I don't know the details of the probation, but it was going to be first-time offender probation.
But it's going to be probation.
Situation. Yeah, it's
going to be probation. But again, probation like that comes with there's a penalty to that. Your job, you may lose your job if it's a fiduciary job, kind of like Erica King. You can't hold those kind of jobs again. So.
Yeah, she's 2 theft by taking, 2 theft by receiving, and the RICO. I guess I don't know how that works with the first offender. Like, are potential employers going to see that you have that on your record?
I think first offender
during the period that you are going through the process.
I think once you adjudicate everything, it comes away from your record.
So let's just say he gives her 3 years. After the 3 years, it goes away. But during the 3-year process, it's still going to show up.
Correct.
Probably still as an open item. It'll close once you successfully finish your probation.
Correct. And
it'll close, disappear.
And
it'll
pay restitution.
Expunge.
Right. Pay restitution, do everything you're supposed to do. That's what that's about.
Yes. So potential employers, or if she has a licensed position, word on the street is that her mother is a therapist, which I'm saying, like, I got to throw flags out on here. I don't know what these people got, where they went to school. I don't know anything about her mother, but they say her mom might be a therapist. I don't know. I looked up her mom's name. I didn't see anyone by that name. I saw a woman named Trakilla with a different name in Atlanta who's a therapist, but I don't know if that's her and that's a different last name. I'm still trying to figure out why she's not in custody yet. Let me check because I'm trying to figure out why it's a week later and she's not in custody.
Some victims were complicit beneficiaries. I agree with that. Yeah, I agree. Again, which is why the emotional, the visceral feelings during those victims' impact statements. It's because you have no one really to blame but yourself. And nothing is more. And nothing hurts more than to have to deal. You can't didn't have to be mad at yourself.
Right.
Those are hard pills to swallow.
Yeah, I feel bad for the victims. I do, because I know, people make mistakes, and some people, I think also too, sometimes when people are up financially, they may feel like, oh, here, take that, whatever that up means to you. You know what I mean? It could be $100, it could be $1,000, it could be $10,000. But if a pinch comes, or it's just like, oh yeah, what happened to my investment? What's going on with that? I haven't heard from you in 6 months. I'm just trying to sew into you. I trust you. You're a valued friend. I want to, how people say, oh, people don't support. You'll see who supports you when you start a business. It won't be your friends. So people always love to say stuff like that. So here I am, family friend. You know what I mean? Here you go. And then you turn around, you haven't heard anything in 6 months, and it's like crickets. So, you know what I mean? So I know some people will just write a check and let you have at it and get back to me. But then when they think about it, like, oh, it's been 6 months, give me an update, and then you hear crickets, well, then it's a problem. So, and then some people could have invested and want some sort of information after 30, 60, 90 days. Some people really are not cut for investments, because they really need like a faster turnaround on their investment. And really that type of investment may not be for you had it been like real. So I don't know. I mean, I feel like she had many different types in her portfolio of people.
But she was able to get multiple. Again, what it appears that she was able to get, just like Nesto again, able to get multiple injections of cash out of the same people. I get $30,000 for you this time, and I think I heard, active listening. I heard that there was one case where if you want your money, you need to give me some money so I can give you your money.
Right, processing payments.
So some of that was going on, but tens of thousands of dollars at a clip is a little concerning to me. I mean, that really, and I don't know what kind of. I can't imagine. Well, there's only one. Type of coercion that I can think of to make you spend that kind of money. I mean, that's the only one. It's like somebody puts a gun to your head, which nobody did. But I think there's something else going on with this, and nobody is really saying it. And once we find that out, it'll all make sense. It's kind of like Gail.
I mean, there was like the military lady who borrowed money to invest. There was a military lady who took out a loan from
who went to the bank to borrow money to invest. Everybody knows you can't. That's not how you invest.
I just don't understand the appeal from an Instagram page that would make someone think that is the ticket, that because your Instagram page in your eyes is that someone's Instagram page that's popping really with not a lot, because I don't even think this girl owned a home.
Apparently she did.
She owned a home, or she was like renting a house?
She presented a home. She had
right, but I'm just saying she didn't really have a portfolio of solid assets.
Neither did
we're
Nesto.
Talking right.
They don't. It's on the screen. If it's on the screen, it's real.
The house, I mean, it just wasn't giving. What I saw was like, okay, some nice things that anybody could get from having a job. If you have a nice job and you like paying money for designer bags. And then also there's people out here who run around with phonies. So whatever the case might be, I don't really know, but I just can't believe the feed that I saw would never make me give somebody $10,000. That is not a feed that would make me give anybody $10K for nothing. I wouldn't even give that person $10,000 to buy me if they were real estate, if they were a travel agent. Like you couldn't even book me on a cruise. I just wouldn't.
Yeah. And remember what the young man said yesterday, again, she drove apparently from Atlanta to Florida to get,
oh my God. Can you believe that?
To get the first 37,000, something like that.
Yes.
And my next question would have been okay, so tell me how that went. How'd that go? Did you just drive down? You give them the money in an envelope? Did y'all spend the day together? How did
they went to the bank. He told me that there was a situation with her, which we didn't, there was another situation where they actually flew to the state, like next state over so Georgia, he's in Florida, she's in Georgia at the time. And I think his institution was Alabama, and took a quick, like 45-minute to wherever this was, to go to a bank and get a very large sum of money. Like he, I don't know. It's just, I feel bad for him. I feel like it's just, no financial advisor, no counseling as far as how to handle the money, no, whatever the graduated, whatever the graduated annuity was, and or like his money management. I don't know if he just wasn't in a position, because he sounds like he's 27 now. So 2019, he was probably barely 20. So I want to give him like a little bit of grace, because he was super young. Because this happened to him like almost 8 years ago now, 7-8 years ago. It's been 2019 to 2020. She's relatively young too. I'm still like, every time I think about it, it's like, oh my God, how did this occur?
Yeah, I would love to sit down with him. I would love to sit down with him and just have just a talk, because I am absolutely intrigued with this.
I really am too.
If the answer is off of her, the sound of her voice and her testimony, I wanted to give her this money, then okay. But I don't think that's the case. I just don't. There's more.
I hear people who, like, once upon a time, so even when you hear people like Stormy Wellington, you hear some people who are dynamic speakers, and they know what they know. They have, they can talk to you about anything. You're going to leave with something. You're either going to go top tier, or you're going to get something.
Yeah.
You're going to walk away either with the top tier affiliate associate, or you're at least going to buy a t-shirt when you're out of here. I'm going to make you at least walk out of here with a pen, and you're going to pay $25 for it or something. Yeah. There are some people out here that everybody walking out the room is going to give me at least $1, right? And she's not one of them.
No.
She's not one of them. Unless she was putting on a show and her pitch is very strong, and she was practicing this downtrodden, I can barely speak, demure facade.
I don't think so.
I really felt like that was her, because it was I was like, girl, seriously?
Now, I agree that she could literally, it was like she was constipated. It was like, but
yeah,
it was, she couldn't even get a sentence out.
I want to know what the sales pitch was.
I don't know, but I still think that our young man had there was something. Those are some affairs of the heart there. I just believe it. I just feel it. Because nobody flies from one state. No one does that just because. There's things that you do and there's things that you don't do. And that's, I don't care how young you are. You just don't do it. You do it because there is a expectation, or you're trying to, establish a relationship or start one. it just, and
Maybe
listening to
he
him
liked
talk,
her. Who knows?
he
I didn't
did it.
touch on that because I didn't even think of
You
that.
weren't
But
listening for it. I was, because I'm trying to figure out why you would give this woman this much money.
yeah,
Kind of like Gail Bickham giving Nesto. Why would you give him that much money?
I wonder if she had a lot of male clientele. I feel like most of the people who've reached out to me were females. There might be one or two males that were like, "Oh, I paid for an info seminar." There are some people who said that they paid for info seminars that never happened. When they reached out for a refund, she would post them on her social media saying that they're trolls. There were some people who went to info seminars. One lady reached out to me. She told me she lost $3,000. I've seen people say 150, that's all, they never invested, or $40, but the info seminar never happened. Like, I've legit talked to about 10 people and probably have heard from maybe somewhere about 20. I haven't been able to get to talk to I've had a headache every night this week listening to
Really?
these stories.
Well,
Yeah, it's been terrible.
again, it seems to me, having done this, it looks like it seems to me that a lot of those folks have been involved in some other kind of low level scams in the past. If you remember, one of the victims said, Kayla called, the one that said she had the master's degree and she used to live with her, and now she's in corporate America and she's done all this and she's done all that, but yet she's given this woman all this money. As smart as you are, but you're not that smart. Sometimes people need to think about what they're saying. She said that Kayla called her and said, if you could send me an EIN number, there's some other money I can get to you. So now you're dealing with EINs and those, what are those, consumer CDN? I mean, so you're dealing with those CDNs, and it's a lot of that stuff going on that I'm hearing, but nobody's really saying it. And I think the victims are impacting because the victims are coming out because they feel they can actually recoup some of their money. I think that's the only reason you're seeing them, because they want to get their money back. And I'm not so sure they're going to get their money back, even though there is a rider attached to that plea deal that she has to pay $2 million if she doesn't pay them back. So,
which I think the $2 million will come. I don't think my opinion, I don't think she's good for it. She's not a woman of her word, obviously. It would be a one thing if she had reported to jail last week, and forget about the hospitalization. If she had reported, lived her life however long, none of my business, whatever she did up until Friday, walked into jail and handed them a check for however much she had in her bank to put towards her restitution, I would think, okay, maybe she's really serious about these 5 years and she's going to handle business. She is with so much bullshit right now. I really think she's going to end up doing 15 years, and she's going to really ruin the rest of her life. She's going to end up owing the state or whoever, owing the people and the state over $2 million. She's an idiot. She's a fucking idiot.
I think she's trying to actually generate the 300 or 400K that she has to pay these folks, and she doesn't have it.
Well, and they're on to her. I'm sure she knows. She has to know, because Will filed a public document and we read it, that they are fully aware of her sports betting scheme, and they're up to date with how things are going with that. And I don't know that it's anything I don't want to say too much, but they know what she was up to when she left and what she was up to leading up to this hospitalization, and post hospitalization, what she continues to be up to. So I'm just going to leave that right there.
Well, she is in med school. She is going to nursing school.
So. And I don't understand how she doesn't believe or think, maybe she doesn't know, let's say it like that your Instagram can be subpoenaed. So doing all the foolishness in Instagram, like Instagram, I don't know what she's thinking, but maybe she's not thinking that they will actually come and subpoena her whole Instagram.
Well, her defense will be, the defense is, I told you in court what I was going to do. I was going to.
Can you believe it's like, how did she?
And no one said anything. No one said anything.
I did. Didn't you hear me screaming like, that's stupid? Don't do that. What are you doing? Why would her lawyer encourage her to do that, Joey?
No one in the court said anything.
Well, McBurney did say, I don't think that's a good idea. That's gambling for gambling. Sports betting is like, they talked about it. You know what? I feel like she purposely wanted to sound stupid. She purposely wanted to sound naive and demure so he could say, bless your little pointy head. That's not a good idea. That's gambling. That's just like what you were doing. Not that's so, but she didn't add in the additional component that she was actually a bookmaker. I mean, that's what they used to call it back where I remember when I was a kid, people who took bets, like, isn't that called a bookmaker, or that's an illegal bookie or whatever you call it?
It's a bookie. But I think, wasn't she selling? I thought she was selling her picks.
She's selling picks and she's taking money.
If she's taking money, that's a problem. But I think
she's taking money. Yeah.
You pay me and I'll give you my picks. Which is another form of gambling on your part, because there's no guarantee that she knows what she couldn't even explain how. Again, a good judge was, well, how are you making these picks? And she said, well, I'm staying up all night, whatever. And my next question would be, but I thought you were in nursing school. When do you study for that?
Nursing school to me is cosplay.
Of course,
because baby, you have a 35 count felony indictment. No one is going to license you, much less no one is going to hire you. There is no hospital that would be able to vet you to work on their staff, and you will never get an RN anywhere with that record. No one's going to trust you with financial information or schedule drugs. You're just not, you're wasting your time.
She got what she needed, which is the photo.
She gets
the photo, and it's just to say that she's in nursing school, just like a lot of people get to call themselves doctor.
Okay. Yes. Okay. What's her name? Bryant Cheyenne.
She's not the only one. There's a lot of them out here doing that, but again, this magical screen box you can be anything you want to be. I mean, you can turn yourself from you literally can create yourself into anything you want it to be within this digital world. And some people are very, very good at that.
I'm honestly stupefied by this woman. Like, she's got me sometimes like, oh my God, I get shocked by it. I just really am shocked. What do you think? I mean, I feel like she'll be in jail sooner or later. If she wants to slow drag it, she's just going to make it worse on herself.
Yeah.
And I don't think, if you think this is, so my thought, regarding them getting her medical records, whatever. So based on the hospitalization and all of the records that they requested, if the doctors are like, yes, this happened, but based on conversations, analysis, history, all of the things, she's under stress and obviously McBurney can't make a medical decision. He can only read what the psychiatric notes are, but I would imagine when he reads into it, we're going to make a decision. He's going to make a decision whether there is some sort of competency issue, like was she really out of her mind or not? And I just feel like it's not. I feel like she's manipulating again, and these psychiatrists, and I'm talking about the MDs, are way too smart for her to trick them. They deal with this stuff all the time, and in light of her stressor, they know what's going on here. And when she seems to be under stress, this is what she does.
I think, well, that's true. She may also be trying to get into a better facility or a different. You never know what the angle she's working.
Okay. So that she could be somewhere where it's like a camp cupcake or something. Correct. Where
because she has a medical condition and she has medical issues, and that may be a tactic.
Is there such a thing in the state of Georgia? Are there better facilities to handle medical issues that are nicer?
Every
like
state
a camp
has.
Cupcake. Okay,
every so there's state has nicer. Because all criminals are not the same. So they're even the federal system has facilities that are for very low level offenders, which are more like campuses than anything else.
So yes, one of Bougie Gang said, "Is she malingering?" I think so.
Oh yeah.
She's acting. She's cosplaying, malingering, manipulating.
She's pregnant, right? Correct. She's currently pregnant.
Really?
I thought she was currently pregnant. I thought she is currently pregnant.
I don't know. I think she just had a 7-month-old.
I thought she was pregnant right now.
Who said? She said that?
I could have sworn that she was pregnant. I heard that.
Was that like in the air, or you heard that in the testimony?
I could have sworn I heard that in the test. I'm not going to. I thought, okay, she's not pregnant. Okay, I thought she was.
Okay,
but she's got maybe because she has such young children. She just has a.
She has a 7-month-old. She had 9, 5, and 7 months.
Yeah,
so she just had one. Yeah, right. She just had one.
Right. That's what I'm. Yeah. Okay.
I mean, when you're of childbearing years, you know what I mean? You get confirmation once a month, whether you are or not. So we don't really know her business like that. But I was like, really? I'm sure, I feel like based on her laying it on thick, I feel like that would have been a whole entire 5-minute chat in Judge McBurney's box and I'm pregnant. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like we would have known that. We wouldn't be speculating on it. She's pulling everything out. My father died at Fulton, all of the things. That whole situation.
Okay. I think I conflated the 7-month-old because that's really young. That's a baby. That's a newborn. That's 7 months. She just had that baby. And she's been under the gun the entire time. So
nobody told her to do what she did.
Yeah.
She's been under the gun the entire time since the 5-year-old.
Yeah.
She's been up to shenanigans since 2019. And maybe before then, but whenever she got her settlement, she started collecting money from people. So really she's been doing this for a long time. There's a long list of people who have grievances with her.
But she's not alone, and I would love to sit down with. Is it Tyrone? Is his name? I would love to sit down with him and just kind of over and just sit down and just interview him and just talk to him and find out exactly what happened. And I'm pretty sure I know. And there's a lot of other questions because Tyrone, he had a considerable amount of money. So, and that's another tell. He said he had about, I don't want to get into his pocket.
It was a little over $1 million. It was
he said he had about $500K. He said he had about $500K.
So he had to pay the lawyer from the top, and then he ended up cashing out for an annuity. He got some advice and he cashed out took the lump sum versus the annuity. And then I don't know, it washed out to be somewhere a little over $500,000.
Correct. So my next question is, what happened to $400K?
I was trying to get, I think I asked him that, and I said, I did really, he was exposed. He was lending himself for a certain amount of exposure. And I wanted to be kind to not go further than he seemed to want to go. So I just let it go.
Yeah, and I see Pretty Patty asked that. Yeah, I'd like to sit down with him just again, there's some things I would like to ask. Again, kind of man stuff, and it would just kind of make me feel a little better about the whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
But I would sleep better knowing that, yeah, I was right. Nothing I like more than to be right.
So what else? So interesting. Have you heard about the Angel Marie Thompson?
I have not.
That's one where it was a couple, and the lady she's got like 100 count RICO. I think 111 is something crazy with murder. That's a will case also, and she assumed the lady's identity. She took her, her benefits. She had houses, apartments, ID, doctor appointments. She was doing everything under this woman's name, collecting her money, all kinds of things, and then also ended up trafficking her, killing her, trafficking other people in Backpage. It's like an extensive indictment.
Good Lord, when they're bad,
yeah.
They're bad, aren't they?
Pardon?
They're bad, aren't they?
Oh my God, she's horrible. So I don't know where she is. I wonder if she's in Cobb County too. I don't know, but they have her, she's been indicted.
If DA Wilton has them, then they're in Fulton County. I mean,
as far as housing, I'm just talking about housing.
Yeah, they're probably in Cobb.
In the Hannibal Lecter wing. I think there's too much shenanigans going on in Fulton County. You kind of have to be a little bit like self-serve over there at Fulton County. I think the special cases go over to Cobb so they can, they at least can keep them safe and, make sure they get to court because some of those people are just a mess. It makes you wonder about Nesto, the reason why he's been in kind of a little bit of protective situation this long, considering he is no longer under the umbrella of a wife with a high profile job. Let's just say it like that. He's no longer associated. I mean, like he is, but he's really not anymore.
But I think he's there now, so that's where they're keeping him. I think there's some medical issues with him. We don't want him to end up like Kayla Brown's father.
Right.
And so, but it's about time to get around and McBurney won't be, looks like McBurney won't be the judge for him. It'll be somebody else.
Well, it's McBurney is with Kayla and, but it's Dunaway. Is Dunaway gone too? Is he being reassigned?
I think they move around. They roll around. So I think Dunaway will switch too. It should.
So maybe that's why they're not doing anything. Maybe not to say, it seems obviously when you look at McBurney's docket, he's doing a lot of different things, which it seems like, he does a lot of different things anyway, but it's giving like cleanup time. Let's keep busy and just keep things moving until I go to my new assignment, in 2 weeks or less now. I'm interested to see if they show up in court on Monday or Tuesday. If we see Will, I'll definitely be looking on the live feed to see if we see him. I think he set him up too, Petty Patty. I whether he intentionally did it or he set him up from the sense that he did introduce him to Kayla. Now, beyond that, if he really set him up for harm, that's so sad. But one way or the other, his friend definitely put him in a situation to deal with that lady. But it's awful. Okay, so let's pivot to Nesto for a minute. So Nesto had his last hearing April 16th. So if Dunaway, would we see anything public about the shifting around? Would they have that posted that like we know McBurney's moving because he said so? Would there be anything about Dunaway shifting assignments?
I don't
Like,
know.
would there be a public announcement?
I don't think it's a public announcement. I think the docket would just reflect the judge that's going to hear it.
So we know Paige Whitaker. Paige is going to the appeals court, guys. If you did not know, Paige got appointed. She got an appointment to the appeals court. She actually lost her election, so Paige was going to be stepping down January 1st anyway because she lost her seat. So there'll be a new judge, I guess. And then she's going over across the street to the appeals court.
Yes.
What's happening with Dunaway, I don't know, but Nesto, if there's one person who's got some bad luck or time, let's just say time's not on their side. I would say it's Ernest. What do you think about that?
Are you cutting? You're cutting in and out, I think.
Oh, I am?
Yeah.
Can you hear me now?
I hear you fine now. Sounds like you kind of cut out for a minute there.
Ernest Williams, he's got bad, it's bad timing for him.
Mm-hmm. It is. And it's just not getting any better for him. It's not getting any better. And at this point in time, he may just be resigned to just be where he is. And I still don't understand why this is taking this long. It doesn't make any sense to me.
I mean, why? I blame Hoover right now. Hoover asked for a hearing. Where is Dunaway's judicial assistant or litigation manager? Why has the hearing not been scheduled? Why hasn't Hoover, and maybe he has, in all fairness, why hasn't there been the follow-up hearing? Why is there nothing freaking scheduled? It's ridiculous. It's been 2 months since the last meeting. They could have had 2 pretrials since then. And Hoover could be on his way to trial and they could be set for trial in November. Why? I totally agree with you. It's giving dragging ass. Like it's stupid at this point. It's just dumb.
And from a legal standpoint, the optics make it look even worse because if you've been in jail for 5 years, you just look. I mean, juries are juries, but you look guilty to a jury. Why else would he have been in jail for this long if he hadn't? I mean, it just doesn't serve you well to be in jail this long. Mm-hmm. And even if you're guilty, even if you're innocent, even if you're innocent, if you put me in jail, I don't care who you are, you put Brad Pitt in jail for 4 years, he's going to look guilty when he goes to court. The jail itself changes you. It makes you look like you have done something. So I don't know.
So leave of absences. So Dem folks is asking, how is Hoover allowed to submit so many leave of absences or just not work this case? So leave of absence doesn't necessarily mean someone is not working. Part of his job, so let's just say the conference that he's going to, that's actually part of his job. I would imagine it's a professional conference. So it's not like he's just going on vacation. He's submitting leave of absences to notify the court that like on such and such day, I'm going to be at this conference. At such and such time, I'm going to the Georgia Public Defenders Conference. So I would imagine maybe as a public defender and as an attorney in his state, maybe he has to attend a certain amount of professional conferences and seminars, not only just for his bar accreditation, but also for maybe being a public defender. I don't know. He also has trial where he's got that time blacked out where he's going to be in Carroll County and he's not working on anything else but that trial. So he's got to submit leave of absences because technically you can't be at 2 places at one time. And it's really more of like a courtesy that I'm out of the office on other professional business. So he did clock out for personal leave, And just like any other employee, I'm sure he gets 2, 3, 4 weeks off a year like anybody else. So he gets his refresh time. So I don't know that it's that he has so many leave of absences per se. I just think he's giving his schedule, and on occasion it does include vacation. Can you chime in on that, Joey?
I think you have it. I think what you said is fairly accurate. I would have to ask. I'd have to talk to him. I'd have to talk to him myself and find out what exactly is going on. I think he has, from what I understand, he has some other cases that are pretty big.
I think he's going to be on Sarah Grace Patrick, the little girl who killed her, alleged killer of her mother and stepfather. Somehow him and Arnold Jerry Rodriguez are on that case. Do you know Arnold?
No, I don't.
Arnold is from the public defender's office too. So Arnold and Roberto are going down to Carroll County for this little girl, and then I guess there's another attorney there as well. But I'm trying to figure out how that happened, but they someone's asking, are you a PI?
He's going to do the 25 Double Life Conference.
He's going to the LWAP seminar. How to usher your clients to LWAP.
For fun and profit. There you go.
I mean, obviously people do deserve a vigorous defense, whether they're guilty or not, or they deserve to have adequate representation. So I don't begrudge them that at all. So, at the end of the day, it's unfortunate you can't really go based on stats, because the stats, I don't know if Nesto became aware of what the stats were of his lead attorney, I think he would be very... Oh, someone's asking, Joey, are you Arnold Regis? Oh, wow. I don't think so. Are you Arnold?
No.
Do you have a red backpack?
No.
Do you have a Wave Nouveau?
I have a black one though.
You have a black book bag. Okay. Do you have any type of Jerry curl, Wave Nouveau, texturizer?
Not even at gunpoint.
Do you wear athletic cut Hugo Boss, probably Men's Warehouse, purple and bright blue suits?
No.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
No.
Just asking.
No. No.
This is the portion when we try to get like, who is Joey? Let's see if Joey will slip up and answer us some questions.
No.
Do you pace around the courtroom when other people are trying to ask questions? The fact that this guy paces around, rolls around in his chair, he's definitely giving ADD attorney. He rolls around in his office chair. He paces around. He's always standing with his arms folded, like he's really got something important to say. The guy is so freaking weird. Arnold gives so much theatrics. Oh, I feel sorry for that little girl. It's like, girl, they must have already made a decision about you, so they sent the team that you need, and that's it. They sent the LWAP team. You know what I'm saying? Like the law enforcement down there said they had boatloads. I feel like I might be quoting, but I feel like she said she had boatloads of evidence.
That's why I made that comment last time we talked, that defense is really where it is. Defense is, prosecution is one thing, but the defense is really where you can make your bones, where you see the metal of a good lawyer is in defense.
Mm-hmm. Because you have to come up with an angle. You got to come up with something plausible for reasonable doubt.
Some that
Or you have to be able to refute the allegations,
Well,
like
it's
find
te-
something within the
it's
testimonies, right?
it's technical and factual. You know,
Mhm.
you're looking for technical aspects of the law to make it work in favor of your client, and you're looking for facts. Sometimes people leave out things. You can shape an argument to make you believe something, and you
Mhm.
can shape an argument to make you believe something else. So remember, clarify, obscure. Clarify, obscure. A good lawyer, where the law is to the client's benefit, you clarify it, and if the law is, and if it's better to the client's benefit to obscure, you're obscure. So,
Mhm.
but
Do you have any suits from the Steve Harvey collection? Just
I do not.
You do not. Okay. Just checking.
I'm literally I don't know. I'm like a Levi's boat shoes,
Okay.
you know,
Khakis.
yeah, throwback to the, yeah.
They said somebody asked, did you wear your suits tight? TD617, thank you for the jewels. One day soon. Thank you for the floating hearts. Allegedly, thank you for the floating heart. And Lisa Williams, thank you for the sunshine. I appreciate you. Oh, and there's more. My goodness. Oh, I think I got everything. Okay. Thank y'all. Did I get that? Okay. I feel like I got if I missed something, blame it on my
Yesterday, yeah.
my what do you call this thing? My mouse, my bad. I'm like, what is going on here? Okay. My mouse is acting weird. Okay. Nesto, let me ask you this question since you're on here. Joey, when will the next court date for Nesto's RICO case, not the trial, just when will we get something on that freaking docket?
I don't know.
When?
We should take bets on that.
Well, check this out. July 26th, which is next month, September, and the reason why I skipped August is because Roberto has a leave of absence because he's going to be in Carroll County prosecuting. Okay. He's a whole month blocked out because he's going to be on that little girl's case. So I put July 26, 2026, September 2026, October 2026. And I said, forget about it. If they don't get him in by October, I can't recall when I've seen him have November and December court dates, but it's possible. But I went from October. I should have just put like October through December, or January 2027. I have a strange feeling it's not going to happen till the first of the year because it's just.
Yeah, I'm with you, but my concern is there'll be nothing left to prosecute. There'll be nothing left of him.
Wow.
You finally get to him. I don't mean this. I don't say that, but really, this is a little bit.
It is getting ridiculous at this point. Not so much that he doesn't deserve to be prosecuted, but just from the standpoint of just the fatigue, I'm sure, of the victims. And, people feeling, even though their life is not on hold, but feeling like their life is on hold because they've got this pending issue and people wanting to move on.
Yeah.
And also what is going on this freaking docket? You know what I mean? Like the fact that this is just an open case that is probably nearing the top of the list of cases that need to be closed, need to be finished one way or the other.
Yeah, I just can't understand. Yeah, I think we're out of it. I don't think anything's going to happen until my money is on October.
Yeah, if they don't get it in by if there's no date the next month, if nothing is on the docket soon, because it seems like Dunaway is good for putting stuff on. I mean, they have to give at least 2 weeks notice. So they put something on the calendar, they're going to send a notice. and Nesto gets 2 weeks notice, right? They get 2 weeks notice when you put something on the calendar. So even right now, it's still going to be a July notice because it's got to be 2 weeks notification to add something unless maybe the lawyers ask for it and they find an available spot or something. Isn't there like a 2-week, 10-day notice or something?
Yes.
So it's nothing happening until July at this moment anyway. And if nothing happens in July, let's just say by the first or second week in July, just think of the math. It's not happening because Hoover is out on the Sarah Grace Patrick case. They've got to prepare and they've got to litigate, right?
Yeah.
So then September comes around and Hoover is still like, what do I do now? So I don't know.
Is that
But
how he sounds? Really?
I think so. Yeah. Yeah. I don't like him. I'm still salty with him when he decided to say my name in open court. Like, I will never.
So you think he's that articulate? You actually upgraded.
Somewhat on a good day.
Okay.
He might just be, I don't know. When I see him get up with that legal pad or that iPad, his little iPad Junior that he drags around, his little, what do they call those? A little tablet. EC, his little EC tablet.
His tablet.
His little tablet with his notes. Looking so bothered.
I have to admit, I do miss getting my Nesto news from jail visits.
Oh my God.
I do miss seeing those, but new ones, that is.
Well, just think, whenever this gets adjudicated, we'll get the mother load from our good friends over at Phone Calls from Prison. YouTube.
Can you imagine?
To watch.
I will love to hear the initial calls from Fulton County.
I would like to hear call number 1.
Correct. The initial calls, calling Shirley.
Yeah.
You know, hey, Cotton Candy. I'm over here at Fulton County for a couple of days. You know, don't worry about me. Or whatever he says.
I mean, we pretty much got a good idea of Sonia because Sonia kind of had just found him. Mm-hmm. Not when he got to Cobb, but those, because there was a little cluster of calls that Phone Calls from Prison was able to get of him in Fulton County.
Yes.
It was like he had kind of just gotten in contact with her. But yeah, I would love to hear the first.
Yeah.
Why didn't you accept, girl? That was me. I was calling. Call Mr. Chopra.
Yeah. Hey, Cotton Candy. I'm in jail again for the 3rd time.
Can you believe it?
You know how we do. Don't worry about it. You stay.
Leave Shirley alone. I'm gonna have to throw the flag. Leave Shirley alone. Shirley is going to be 72. Shirley does not have time for no Nesto. And she's made it all this way with this clown. The best thing she did, she showed us how she really feels, and she got a divorce. So I give her credit for that. She gets extra credit for dropping that 0. He was a bum.
You think?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to be honest with you. I do not believe I think she was lied to like everybody else. I think that, yes, it's like, but Shirley, but how did you, but Shirley, but I think she just, she might've been delusional. A lot of us have friends out here who it's like, girl, we were just waiting for you to wake up. You know what I mean? Sometimes it's on some girl. We just, nobody could tell you anything. You were lost in the sauce. I feel like Shirley was lost in the sauce, and also maybe there was some narcissistic injury there, and she was just susceptible to the BS, and she just didn't want to ask. She didn't want to say anything. She just wanted to go with the flow and happy to have a companion and a husband. and just let it ride. I don't feel like she was part of the scam at all.
No.
I just feel like she really is. I feel like she's a victim and she just kind of really did not know. Now, I know that she knew that he wasn't perfect, but I really don't feel like she was. I think she thought he had some edge to him, but I don't think she really understood that she was getting scammed. I don't feel like Steve would have set her up for that. Not that he set them up, because we know that that's not. He said, been adamant he didn't set them up, but I don't think that Steve would have co-signed that type of guy at any point, walked her down the aisle. I mean, they had to have vetted him at least a little bit, but the vetting was so bad.
I don't think they did any of that. I don't think they vetted him at all.
Maybe it was just a handshake and a cigar and a couple of drinks, and Steve was like, "He's a good guy."
I think they met him. He would actually know who a good guy was. I think they didn't vet him. They didn't know anything about this guy. He just showed up, and it was a chance to get some ratings, and that was that. And I think Shirley very early on knew that he was not what he had portrayed himself to be, and could have gotten out of this thing much earlier, but chose not to, because she did not want to go through the embarrassment of having this very public marriage and having it crash and burn so soon. So she stayed with him and allowed him to use her name and image to allegedly perpetrate more fraud and crimes on other people. So instead of showing strength, and she facilitated, or whether she knew it or not, a lot of the dirty deeds that he did. Had she stepped away from him earlier, he probably wouldn't be in jail now, because he wouldn't have been able to do all the things that he did.
Yeah.
So yes, I am. Yes, was Shirley a part of the? Was she a criminal was she in the enterprise? No, but I think she knew very early on that he was.
There were some problems.
Indeed, he was not a upstanding citizen,
right?
Say, and she stuck with him because she did not know how to. She didn't want the public embarrassment of getting away from him. So
also with the we're just gonna, with this cacophony of weirdos, she might have been scared.
She doesn't seem to be scared.
No, I'm not. Like his association and the people that he knows. I don't know. I don't know what she knew about his friend group and how dangerous potentially they are or not. But I don't know. I just feel like, if you're looking at reasons why not to step away, maybe that was a reason of just kind of like, if he knew people that knew, I don't know. Maybe she wasn't scared, but
she just did not want the embarrassment of having this very public marriage, being on the radio every day giving relationship advice, and then turning around saying, "Oh, I have all the answers to relationships."
We're just talking. We aren't thinking anything. I'm just saying that I don't think she, I feel like Joey has different thoughts than I do about Shirley. That's why I was like, don't get on Shirley, because Shirley is a victim. I think Shirley had to have. Nesto is a freaking cornball. She had to know, where's his money? Why was all her money being used? And why are you guys defaulting on? I don't want to go all the way down this road right now, but just the defaulting, the evictions, the lack there of money, like all the weird financial moves, especially for a woman who was making a certain amount of money at the time, is crazy. I don't know what she knew, but like I said, all I'm saying is I stand on Shirley's a victim. What she knew, how she knew it, one day I guess that'll be for her book, or for her to do an interview and let us know. I don't know. I'm not here to change minds or inject too much opinion on what I think. I just know that Nesto's behind bars, and I do think that he is guilty of everything or most of the things that they have charged him with. The RICO, all of it. All of it. People came forward, and he has his opportunity to claim his innocence and have a lawyer help defend him. And I'm eager to see that happen.
So
Other
am
than
I.
that, I'm waiting to see the testimony. I don't really know. This case exhausts me at this point because I feel like I've been following this case soup to nuts for 3 years plus now. And I'm like, sometimes talking about it just makes me tired. Like I feel like I ran a race. I feel like I ran around my neighborhood 3 times.
I think that's because we don't have any new information. And
We
I
have
think
nothing.
and we have a lot of
Questions.
We have a lot of questions, but and we're waiting on the answers. And that will drain you.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's where we are now.
But I do enjoy these conversations now that we have had an opportunity, at least here on my platform. I have really taken some time to just take a pause and a breather. So when we do talk about it, we can at least have had a few seconds of a break because we talked about it a lot for a long time. And I do like the conversation. I feel like it's a very interesting, complex case. And I would love to have some new information. I would, because it'll breathe some new life into what's going on and ultimately get it to its close. I think that's the thing of seeing justice, right? Is to have a decision one way or the other.
I agree. So these victims can move on with their lives, and again, and I'll say this: if he is innocent of this, I mean, to get him off onto his life,
right?
It's for both, the accused and the victims as well. So,
I mean, if like you say, if he's found innocent, because to me, being found innocent or not guilty or whatever, it doesn't necessarily mean that you didn't do anything wrong. It's just that the jury did not find, they didn't find you guilty with the preponderance of the evidence. Doesn't mean that, so.
Yeah. And there's nothing I would, in that way he and Miss Durham can go off in the sunset in the
go
tin
live
can.
in the trailer. Yes. The tin can van.
Down the road.
So let me just tell you about the poll. When will Nesto's next court date be, Bougie Gang? And Bougie Gang gets it right all the time. We had 364 votes. 6% say July. So Nesto or Sonia, if you're listening in the bushes, which I'm sure you are, July ain't happening, boo-boo. It's just not. Hoover's not checking. September 2026, a slight chance at 13%. October, 23%, and January, 58% is saying
So Bougie Gang's pretty pessimistic. They're saying this is going to be next year. over half.
Yeah, it's not a priority. Clearly it's not a priority.
Yeah, over half.
If it were a priority, we would have had the hearing last month, and they would have had another pretrial, and they would have a trial set before the end of the year.
Yeah.
We would have had the hearing, they would have had the final pretrial and closed out all of these pending items, whatever else is open that needs to be decided before trial, and they would have a trial set because Hoover is blocked with this case and whatever else they have going on, and whatever, I'm sure Will's going to have things going on, I just don't think it's not looking like it's a priority to the legal teams, unfortunately. And I'm not going to say it's not I feel like that Hoover is the person who requested the last hearing. He's in objection. Like, Will put a motion out. He didn't even bother to freaking answer. How about that? He put a motion to join the two. He never responded. They have a court date. They talk about it. He says he's in opposition. He never filed anything. Maybe that's what Dunaway could be waiting for him to actually file a defense, counter or response to the motion. He's never even filed anything. Maybe Dunaway is like, well, you never filed your response, so I haven't put up the hearing. Like, I don't know. It seems to be and I don't want to say a pissing contest between the prosecution and the defense. I just feel like I don't know what the fuck Hoover's waiting on. I feel like Hoover is on pause. I blame Hoover because this is his situation. Will filed the motion. He's obliged to respond. He responded in court verbally. He said he wanted a hearing. It's been 2 months. He has not filed one piece of paper asking for this hearing. And maybe his response will trigger Dunaway's secretary to put it on the books.
I don't know. I hope nothing happens to Sean. I hope nothing. See, my concern is Sean or Mr. Hoover, Counselor Hoover, leaves the office. And so you have to start this problem with new attorneys all over again. I don't know.
I mean, yeah. Look, and then let's just weigh the other last option. From what we understand, the prosecution has put a offer out. What it is, I don't know. But according, Will says he gives everybody an offer and they get incrementally less of an offer as time goes on. So at the end of the day, let's just remember here that based on what Mr. Wooten said, if there is an offer out here and it's been presented, we won't know until it's the absolute dead last offer and it's accepted or denied, what the offer is or was. Nesto is choosing to not accept it.
I think their initial, because it's the offer is not acceptable to the defendant,
and that's fine. But I'm just saying, on the other hand, he does have options. So it's not like he's sitting there with no options. So he has options. He's chosen to not accept whatever the deal is.
I'm not so sure I'm not so sure he hadn't turned down an offer already.
Yeah. Well, I mean, whether he's turned it down or just not accepted it, at the end of the day, he has options.
Yeah, I'm not so sure he hadn't turned down an offer already. The offer was unpalatable to him at the time, and he said, again, when you're in advanced, when you're up in age, and your offer is, you're set when you're 60 and somebody says 25 years, hypothetically, that is, that's essentially a life sentence at that point.
Okay, let me ask you these quick questions because there are some questions in the question block. If the RICO is dropped, will he still be locked up until the SA trial?
Yeah,
it's two separate
things
for DAs.
Yeah.
I don't see the RICO being dropped, but
I don't see any of that.
In Nesto's dreams, maybe. Joey, what do you think about the Bint defendants? Are you familiar with LaShonda and Marlon Moore out of Texas?
No, I am not.
I'll send you a link and
send it to me.
I'll send you a link. I'll send you the DOJ links, and then I wanted to talk about that today, but we ended up doing Nesto Talk.
Send me some of that stuff, and I can get kind of spun up on it, and we can discuss it.
We can talk about it next week on Scammery Friday. How about that?
Okay, we can do that.
Let's see, the 26th. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I was fascinated with the. I've been fascinated with your Kayla Brown stuff.
Thank you.
I honestly was absolutely just kind of going. Again, you go, you're listening to this, and you're going, how in the hell did this happen? Who are these people? How are
Girl,
they
I'm
doing
just
this?
like, my God. You got to really damn near pry $10. I don't like to loan money. If you are an establishment, a brick and mortar, I hate to say it because some people don't feel that way. I feel that way. You got to have cornerstones, bricks, doors, history for me to give you my money.
And Judge McBurney, I had to his credit, he was really, really nice. He was really good with her.
He's so nice.
Which is the problem too.
She didn't deserve it.
She didn't. She really didn't. And I was like, I would never. No, she would not get that kind of.
She didn't deserve that kindness because we've seen people dealt harshly out here. Not so much in Fulton County. I'm sure they do, but we watch a lot of court, and we've seen people like, ooh, that was, he's such a kind person, and to some people's dismay or not, but he seems to be he's so smart too. And I feel like he just was being his kind self. And I really feel like it's so unfortunate to take this person's kindness for weakness. And he did what, I feel like he treated her as well as he treats anybody else because he's such a nice guy. Not to his detriment at all. I think it's somewhat of a superpower in a way. You know what I mean? But, she fucked up because I think when and if he makes the determination that she was taking advantage of the court, she's going to feel something. She's going to understand that she made a mistake.
But that's all on her, though. I mean, that's
period. She could have
you.
been in prison from last week. That's her own doing.
Yeah, that's all on you.
That's on her.
Yeah.
Okay. So Joey's not from Luke and Leah. He's not familiar with Bint, but I'm going to send him some down and dirty, and we'll talk about it next Friday. Okay. All right. Do you think Nesto is still exchanging sausage for cereal? What do you think? Is he still exchanging sausage for cereal? Do you know what that means?
I hope it
when
means
they have breakfast.
Breakfast, yes.
When they have breakfast, yes. They swap foods out.
I could say something different, but I could be funny.
Well, it sounds like that. It does.
So. You could say, is he exchanging
sausage? That's kind of a little inside joke.
Sausage for safety. That's different. But I think he is. I think in fact, I know in jail they do that. That's
everything is currency. Everything is tradable. Okay.
Food. Well, food is what you have. So, and they do kind of exchange things for this, things for that. And I wonder who he's in contact with. That's is he still talking to Sonia? Is he still talking to I think your favorite blogger? I don't think he's talking to her anymore.
I think they were using her and she was using them. And I think the meddler likes to go where her bread is buttered and her cheese is ripe. You know what I'm saying? Like she likes to go where she can get some cheese and some butter for her bread. And the bread was not buttering anymore. And when that statement came out from his daughter regarding the essay case, the additional information from California, all of a sudden she has an epiphany that he's not a good guy. And she decides to publicly tell allegedly her friend rather than have a conversation with her offline. She tells her online, on live, and her not friend says, I don't give a fuck. I died probably 5 times, and I would have fell down the stairs had I been on some.
Anything for you.
It was a sweet treat. It was the cherry on top of a stupid ass relationship that should have never happened. But things, you know how things just have to happen. And that thing had to happen. The meddler and Ponytail had to be friends. So good.
And Miss Durham continues to speak to other bloggers.
Yes.
That aren't, and I don't know why she continues to answer her phone, but
I love it. I absolutely love it.
You know, I don't watch a lot of this stuff, but I did watch V, you know, and I'm like, what? V does that to her every time she talks to her.
It's
she does
so
the exact
funny.
same
Like,
thing.
hey,
and she answers the phone
it's
every
the best.
time.
It is. It's a treat. It's a treat.
And I go, what is wrong with you? Why do you let this woman do this to you? And you know, yeah.
Because she wants to be on this thing called the World Wide Web. She likes it out here. Rather than just hit her own go live button, because she could do it. She could do it, but she cares too much about what people think.
Really? Because if that's the case, the other things that are happening to her don't make her look any better. She'd be better off just doing it on her own.
She's stupid.
You know,
this is a whole algebra problem here. This is like parentheses and all kinds of, you know, order of operation. Like you have to do this, and then we got to do that, and then we got to carry the one, and all of those things. No, there's too many components to really have a Sonia conversation at this moment. She's a complex, obtuse individual.
Well, I feel sorry for. Yes, I know, but
I feel nothing.
I do feel sorry for her. She is really.
I feel nothing for her. I mean, I don't like her, dislike her. I find them amusing. You know, like whatever she has in her, whatever she's got going on is by her own design.
Yeah.
She opted in every step of the way, and we've got proof of it.
Again,
we've got overwhelming. We've got boatloads of evidence on that.
I don't think she knows that she's in over her head. She's too, you know, I want to say she's not smart enough to stop digging. She just doesn't know.
Everybody can't be wrong. So that leads us to this question. What do you think Nesto's reaction will be when he learns the impact Slonia had on his stay and the dishonesty?
Dishonesty where?
That's this person's words. I don't know. I'm going to just say maybe manipulation. Let's say that. I don't know that I don't know what her dishonesty has been, but I'm going to say manipulation. Like, what do you think I'm going to be on. My take on that is that he's a bit brainwashed himself. He's been in a very rigid situation with very bad food, minimal sleep, not a lot of comfort. This is almost like I don't know that you're going to be able to tell him too much about Sonia. And when it finally hits him, what kind of a mistake he made dealing with her, she might be gone. She might be miles and miles and miles away. Like it could be years after he isn't dealing with her anymore, or it could be years into a sentence. We don't really know. But what do you think his reaction will be when he learns, either by epiphany or truth-telling session by his son or whomever, that she had a negative impact and she manipulated him?
This is what I believe. One, I believe because because Mr. Williams speaks a form of English that I'm not aware of. A lot is lost in translation between himself and Sonia. A lot of information was not picked up. There's a lot of things he was trying to tell her. She filled in the blanks with what she thought he wanted, and that created a lot of the problems that they have. She did not do a very good job, or she did a poor job of explaining to him just how pervasive the YouTube internet thing was. I don't think he ever understood just how many people were hearing and seeing his calls until the lawyers finally told him. And I think even his son Dion was trying to tell him, but again, they speak this kind of, I don't know.
They almost had him thinking that like he was famous or something.
Well,
YouTube famous or social media popular doesn't mean just because you're known on social media or YouTube or a particular niche pocket doesn't mean everybody, like no one's running around here like he's Beyonce. You know what I mean? He's not legendary status. He's true crime.
But he didn't know that.
Black, you know, he didn't know that. But
he knew he knew people were listening, but he didn't know it was in a because he can't see it. He's in a box.
He knew it was negative. He knew it was negative.
Well, he kept saying, who cares about me? Who cares about, and and it sounded like he was kind of titillated by it, but he just did not know. He was like, who cares about me? Who cares about what we got to talk about? Who cares about us? We're not
right. So I think where she manipulated it was because she made it sound all gossipy and catty rather than actually people were discussing the case.
Correct.
She made it seem like people are jealous of her, which nobody was. She made it seem like Nesto, because he's low intelligence too, probably think people want him. Like nobody's interested in you, Nesto. People were interested in the case that involves you, and nobody is jealous of Sonia. Like no one was jealous of Shirley either. We're talking about the case. So yeah, her misnomer in that was misrepresenting the interest level of the case rather than like he had, I think his frame of reference was more gossipy, catty, girl stuff. Can you pick up my jacket? Versus what it actually was.
Apparently, but she didn't do a good job of, again, she didn't relay to him just how negative this stuff was going down. No one did. And of course, Sylvia didn't. No one told him this is how this is looking. No one said, hey, by the way, you're the proverbial baboon climbing a pole and you're at the top of the pole and everybody can see your hind parts. No one told him that. So
Dion did tell him you're looking bad out here. Dre told him your name is Mud out here, Nesto. The name is Mud. They hate you.
But he kind of, but he took that in stride too. He thought that was again, he thought it was cute. He was kind of proud of it. They're talking about me.
They call me Nasty Nesto.
Yeah, they call me nasty.
Well, everyone's not going to get everything, and Nesto is not a scholar nor a gentleman, right? So he wasn't going to get it. Dre tried to explain it to him in his way, but Dre was too busy in the bushes being entertained by me and Nyla. Okay. Andre, what's his name? His son, Dion. Dion tried to tell him, but Dion's mad because his girlfriend is probably Bougie gang. Okay. Or, Vibers. She's out here watching, getting caught up. Sonia is mad at everybody because somebody called her a stripper.
Yeah.
It's just it was a calamity of chaos.
Yeah. He just
that had nothing to do with us, and they don't know what they're talking about. They're not even looking at it's like Sonia, like her deflection on people not really knowing the case, and she doesn't know the case. Or I mean, when she went to Tasha K and said that she left the paperwork at the hotel, I was thinking to myself, girl, you gotta be fucking kidding me.
Because she didn't know the case, and
she didn't, and she also didn't want to talk about the facts. Let's talk about that. There is some manipulation in steering the story in a certain direction and not discussing the facts. She purposely did not want to discuss the facts of the case. Why would she? Because the facts, there's bad facts in those documents. Why would you want to sit on Tasha K and discuss that? So you let it go to people talking about you as a mistress, but then you fault people for talking about you as a mistress because you didn't bring the freaking paperwork.
Because she didn't go on Tasha K to talk about his case. She went on Tasha
K. She went to steer the story. She wanted
to talk about herself.
Exactly. Hello.
It's all about herself.
She's a user.
It's about herself. And
she's a user.
And to deflect from the name calling of her. And that's what that was about.
And realize nobody cared, and you were going to get roasted more. Okay, so what do we think I think Nesto, I don't know. Nesto might have a little Munchausen's by proxy. I have no idea. I don't know what he's going to think. Nesto is not a bright dude. He might be like, it's all right. You know what I mean? I feel like sometimes we got to just take it for how it goes. He's got to know something out here is wrong. And if he doesn't want to make a change for himself, to even say, you know what, I'm going to get within myself. And like when he tried to cut Sonia off for those weeks and months, when he said, I'm not going to talk to you for a month, and she still called and she still texted him, which was hilarious to me. He may or may not even care at a certain point. It may go so over his head, it's not really going to land like it needs to land, because he's also spent a very long time with poor nutrition, lack of sleep and comfort. He really may be holding on to an idea that she's his ride or die. I don't know. He may not even care.
Well, what I'm just saying, when you finally get to the trial, what will you have left of him to try?
You think that he's going insane? Do you think that he's going to just go kaput?
I think he's physically deteriorating for I mean, and anyone would. And he's, with all the charges and the types of charges, you're looking at pretty much, that's it. That's like we like to say, you're done, son. And
with bad nutrition at his age and the lack of sleep comfort and things like that, I mean, it's very easy, depending on what his medical history and people in his family, to get dementia, and because I mean it's so mundane, unless he is really keeping his brain by reading and puzzling and maybe drawing and doing things for his mental health, which I'm sure he's probably not. He could start to have, start to lose his memory a little. I mean, we don't really know. I mean, he's only in his early 60s, so that's not necessarily a sign of his age at all, but more as a result of the condition and the food and all of those things could really trigger additional health problems.
Yeah, that's true. And again, he's still in jail. He's in jail.
He's in jail.
So
absolutely.
There are a lot of young people there, a lot of people in and out. You can't establish a kind of a cohort of folks that you're in. I mean, so Yeah, it's just not a good. It's not. Again, jail's not meant to be fun. It's not meant to be a good place, which is why you should stay out of it.
Mm.
But yeah, what we drag in to prosecute, is not going to be what we put in 5 years ago at all.
So someone else is asking, if the case gets dropped, does he still sit for the essay case? Yes, it's two separate cases. I just find it funny that people actually think that there's a possibility the case will get dropped. I don't think the case is going to get dropped. Will has lots of evidence to prosecute, so I don't know that it'll get dropped. They drop cases that don't have enough evidence to prosecute,
right?
Or
it's not
information,
or it's they drop cases where where there's no crimes being committed, but there are no victims, and the other crimes, the other stuff are going to give you just as much time. So the other things are just kind of piling on, and again, that's part of plea deals. That's how that works. So I'm convinced that if you were to walk in to see him and said, we have a proffer to drop all the SA charges against you and the CSAM charges, I think he would take that. I think he would take that in a heartbeat. But we know that that's not going to happen.
Right.
So
what would be different if Nesto had not waived a speedy trial?
I think a speedy trial would have served him better than what he's getting. I really do.
And that was tight suit Roberto's.
I do. I think a speedy trial would have, at the very least, he would be serving his time.
Mm-hmm.
He'd be on his way, not in this limbo where he's in now.
And then the last question, what is your opinion on why DeAndre and Lamont never came to visit Nesto?
That's a good question. I don't know. I think Dre was busy, and folks, for all these folks have had contact with the criminal justice system, so they're not trying to go around it if they don't have to. Why Deion never went down, I don't know. Why Dre didn't go down, just because he's probably working and busy. He doesn't have, doesn't really have time to do that. Why Shirley never went, to this day, I don't understand. I don't know why she didn't go. At least once.
Right.
So that tells a lot right there. Not once did she go down just to see what's going on.
She might have been happy. Low key, if towards the end it wasn't good, then she might have just, like, oh, okay, well.
It doesn't sound like it wasn't good at the end. It sounds like, he kept saying, I'm going to be out of here. I'm going to be out of here, cotton candy. I'll be out. I'm going to be out. I'm going to be out.
But when you get some space and opportunity, I kind of like, I'm good. She may have, realized, what, I'm going to be okay.
In relationships, what I've seen, again, everything's what I've seen. People will go down to see people in jail just to see them in the cage.
Lay eyes and make sure they're okay. Right.
Or that they're there.
Just the reality check of, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Even if I don't like you.
Like Daryl went to make sure he was fine.
Even if I don't like you, I will go down just to be able to twist a knife and see you behind the bars, just to be able to see you there. So why she never went is again, says a lot. Says volumes to me.
So, okay, we got two more. Do you believe that Dre believes the evidence or his partner?
He believes the evidence. Because it's too much. It's so much of it. Like Dre said, you had to do. in his own little way, you had to do something. And Mr. Williams had discussed previous activities in the bus with Dre.
Mm-hmm.
So I think Dre believes some of that. I think Dre believes you did something.
He's been in and out the system enough to know where there's smoke, there's fire.
Right.
Okay, last question. He told Shirley not to come because people will know her voice. Also, she can only see him on a video. So I guess it wasn't worth. So what Honey is saying that he told her not to come, and also it would just be a video call anyway. So I guess he told her not to waste her time.
Okay, but did she ever call him on the tablet, which is a video call?
Well, by the time tablet visits were available, they were already done.
No, they were not.
No, she didn't call. I don't, I think the tablet visit started. We looked at the first tablet visit today that he did with Sonia, and that was February 17th, 2025.
That's the first tablet visit.
Mm-hmm.
And Fulton County doesn't have a tablet system.
Well, but he's a
video call.
He was at Cobb at that time. He was at Cobb, and he's a Cobb guest, not a Cobb resident. So even if Cobb had it, we don't know if Fulton County was afforded this. You know what I mean? Like Cobb County criminals or accused may have different rights and things than the Fulton County people do.
That's true.
They get what they pay for. Fulton County gets what they pay for.
I don't believe, and if he told her that, which, I mean, I don't doubt he said something like that, but if he told her that, see, that feeds into Shirley's belief that everybody knows who she is anyway. She seems
they're all going to laugh at you.
She seems to believe that everybody knows her voice, and wherever she goes, people are going to hear her voice and instantly know it's her, which is not true. Most people, if you're doing daily transactions in wherever, you pay for your stuff, you get your change, you say good day, and folks wouldn't even pay any attention to you. So that's not true. Yeah.
Manipulation.
Yeah.
And again, we have to factor in for a long time.
And I think she did not want to go anyway. So it's easy to manipulate.
I don't think she wanted to go anyway.
It's easy to manipulate a person that doesn't want to do it.
Because I mean, in theory, like you said, if Shirley was biding time because she was too embarrassed to get rid of him.
Yeah.
Too embarrassed. When she realized he's not getting out and she's enjoying life, she's getting herself together, she's getting herself her apartment, she's getting a raise, she's getting her life together on her own.
Yes.
She's getting her relationship back with her daughter. She may not to say she loved it that he was in jail, but she might have been okay. Like, okay, you made your choices, I'm making mine.
Yeah, absolutely.
Bible lady, you caught the reference. They're all gonna laugh at you. Yeah, she might have just been like, okay, he made his decisions, I'm making mine. I'm gonna be 70. I'm living my life. This is the life you chose. This is the life I'm choosing. And also, it's also coming out too that the life you chose revolves around you scamming women that in weird situations.
Correct.
So there's also a dent on top of all the stuff he was doing to get into jail. Now the details are coming out about the time where he's like, oh, I'm out on business. I'm doing this. I'm doing that.
Yeah.
So, you know what I mean? So I don't know. So Joey, this was a nice chat. If you want to do this again next Friday, we definitely can. We can talk about LaShonda. And so anyway, real quick, they are a scamming couple. They were of the very dynamic, let's get on Facebook Live. Let's talk for, all these hours. And they do these dynamic marathon lives.
Can you hold one?
And go ahead. Okay, guys, we're going to cut out soon. One thing, let me just thank you guys for all coming through. Thank everybody who, number one, came in, subscribed, hit the thumbs up, sat here, listened. Number one, thank you. Number two, if you have dropped a jewel or a sticker or a milestone and all of the things, thank you so much. As you can, I'm sure you guys can tell because you guys know when I start to get tired. So thank you, all of you, for all of that. And then some. You guys are awesome. Let me see if Joey's back. Joey, you back? Okay, I put him on mute because I didn't know if he's having private conversation in the background. So just to be fair. Even though we want to be, you know, this is the nosy crew over here. I gave him his privacy and put him on mute. So Joey, if you're back, just give me a sign so I know. You back? Okay, he's got us on hold. Let's see. Yes, the Carrie comment. Yes. He did not tell her about the tablet until later in that year because she asked him about, well, I guess the tablet visits, not so much the tablet emails, but Shirley did message him. She messaged him a couple times. He messaged her. She wasn't like a voracious emailer, but Shirley is in the tablet messages. GTL kicked Shirley's ass. No way she wasn't doing no visit. And the visits didn't come about till 2 years later. She knew what kind of marriage is that if your man don't come home at night. Girl. I can't get with that program. In the day and time of social media, I would have not have gone myself 20 years ago. She wouldn't have known the first year. The first year there was no problem. You know what I mean? The first year that he was there, nobody was even checking for this. Hold on a second. Let me see if Joey's back. Joey, you back?
I'm back.
Okay. I put you on mute because I didn't know if you were. I didn't know. I said, let me put you on mute. Okay. Someone is saying in today's day and age, basically I'm paraphrasing, that they wouldn't have gone either. But I was saying that she had, you know, everybody was safe in theory the first year. And, you know, PCFP's been kind. Like, for instance, Daryl, Daryl's in members, but, you know, there are people, even some calls like Laverte, you know, those don't always hit. They're back in members. So some things that are private, they edit, you know, details about Sonia's condition and things of that nature. Like, you know, I feel like, you know, they've been respectful to try to be, you know, to be respectful, but also let the story get out. So, you know, Shirley would have been up in here, but she's in here anyway. You know what I mean? So she definitely was, you know, got on some phone calls. So, you know, what happened, and it happened the way it happened because that's what it gave, you know. I feel like, to me, but I obviously have a very different relationship from Shirley and her husband versus me and mine. Clearly there were problems in that marriage, no matter what their agreements were or how the marriage went. I just can't see a time where I'm not going to go and visit my husband. I think that's crazy, but they have a particular type of relationship, and I guess if your husband's getting arrested all the time, you might be fed up. So I get it. I wouldn't want to do that either. So I kind of see it both sides. as okay, but my husband, no, I would never do that. But would I feel the same way if I were in Shirley's shoes? I probably would feel how Shirley feels if I had that type of husband. But since I don't, it's hard for me to see. I have to actually do a whole bunch of mathematics to see it that way because that's not my situation. But if I were in her situation, maybe I would do the same thing with that type of husband, with Ernest Williams, you know? But I would never have been married to an Ernest Williams.
I would like to think that you would have rectified that situation much earlier.
I would never.
Than later.
You know, because I got married in my 40s. You know what I'm saying? So I made a very good decision. Now Shirley is older than me, and I don't know when she got married the first time. But I think she probably was in her late 30s or 40s too, because I think Sheridan was like a 40 baby also. So because Sheridan's maybe just about 30 and Shirley's 70. So I can't speak for that lady. I just wish her well. I'm gonna be honest with you. Clearly we all don't get it perfect. You know what I mean? So I feel bad for her, and I'm glad she's getting some rest and relaxation from that awful marriage now, because at her age, she deserves it. You know what I mean? I think at 72, dealing with 70, almost 72, dealing with a Ernest Williams, I cannot imagine. I can't even imagine what it was like having to go and testify at court for this guy.
I'm sure that was not a pleasant thing to do.
Right.
You can best believe that she did not enjoy doing that, and they did everything they could to make her as comfortable as possible because of that. But
and just not to make this go longer, because we're almost at 3 hours, I just want to say, when Roberto questioned Shirley, it was either giving, you don't understand, or you're not doing your homework. He really, I don't think maybe, like I said, we know Roberto has a lot of cases, and I get it, but he really doesn't know this case.
It sounded, I would agree with you on that. It didn't sound like he was very familiar with the case. And he may be familiar with the technical aspects of the case, but not familiar.
Right. He knows how to be a lawyer.
But not
I'm not taking that away from him.
But
he don't know this case.
The relationships between him and Shirley, he is not. That was a little troubling because, but again, he has so many other cases. He just doesn't have the time. But you know, knowing that, having the knowledge that we have would have made that cross-examination different.
And see, Sonia likes to pick at the prosecutor's office for using resources or just nodding that social media has been helpful in some ways to the nuances and certain things of this case. If Hoover would see, look. However, at the end of the day, Sonia is very critical about the prosecution and social media and this, that, and the other thing, but the prosecution get it. They get it. And that's why Nesto is still sitting in jail, and it's going to be 4 years in a couple of weeks.
Yes. And that's unfortunate. And for that young lady, Sonia, here's the funny part, or actually if because of this, if she's somewhere getting gas or just out in a store somewhere and somebody steps up to her and says, "I know you from that Nesto case," I think she'd be all smiles.
She's going to sit there and talk to them for 3 hours. That's the word on the street. She'll give you her phone number and she'll talk to you all night.
She would light up.
She loves it. She's been trying to have a YouTube channel for a long time. Anyway, okay, well, yeah, we're not going to give any more clues or help. There's a whole playlist of thousands of videos at this point. I don't even know. There's tons of videos in the Nesto playlist. and Roberto can jump in at his leisure and learn his case. He should have picked it up a long time ago, like everybody else who's winning. But you know, I mean, that's all I can say.
I do hope at some point at some point he is able to see these blogs on YouTube about him. Now, Mr. Williams can actually see this stuff.
What, us cracking on him, or us actually really discussing the case?
Discussing him, everything, to see the entire nestosphere of why he was in.
I don't think he could really grasp it. I don't think he's not gonna. He'll catch 1 or 2 episodes of people cracking on him, because the type of people that he surrounds himself are going to show him the buffoonery and the foolishness. They're going to show they gotta get nasty, nesto. They're not going to talk about us reading documents. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, he's not around serious people who are really paying attention to the case. The people are going to want to talk about, and Sonia and and they said you were stupid and Unfortunately, he's not going to be around people who are going to feed him the links to interesting episodes that actually talked about the case and debated the case and all of that. They're going to go for the coonery and the buffoonery. And then he's going to be like, they some foolishness. I'm going to find me a lawyer. I'm going to find me a lawsuit lawyer. I don't have any faith in that whole team. And there's nobody who's bubbling up anything of substance. It's always on some salacious gossip and chaos mongering. Nobody is really seeing what's going on here. And that's their, you know what I'm saying? Like, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make him drink, just like his lawyer. You got a whole nother team that is like, wow, this is a great resource of information and think tank and all of the things. And then you got somebody else who's worried that they can't get to their documents before somebody goes live about it. Why are you on notification gang? Why are you getting notifications that people are going live with a document? Why don't you have I have notifications when the documents drop. Why do you have notifications when I'm going live about what's supposed to be your job?
For the obvious reason, she's
worried about the wrong thing. He's following, but
she's following him.
She's following, and he's following. He said he could not get home. He felt like there needed to be a gag order because he can barely get out of the office into his apartment before people are going live on documents, and he felt like there needed to be a gag order.
Well, this is Dion?
No, this is Roberto Sean Hoover.
Yeah.
Worried about the wrong things. Worried about me making my bag when he needs to still be at the office. You shouldn't be on your way home at 6:00. Now, yeah, I mean, I'm sorry. I worked in corporate America, and I'm assuming he's single. You know, you have late nights. What are you doing home? What are you doing in the car at 5 and 6 o'clock when you've got people suffering in jail?
Because at some point in time, you have to shut down.
Absolutely, but you shouldn't be worried about me. Don't be worried about the press or the media. Don't be worried about me. I'm doing my job. You do yours. And if your job is getting yourself home and getting some dinner and getting some rest, that's it.
His job is making sure his client has the best chance of getting a positive outcome. And
absolutely.
If that means shutting you down, that's what he'll do.
Well, that was a waste because it didn't happen.
If it means no cameras in the courtroom, that's what they'll do. So yeah, that's what that's about.
There is DoorDash, and there's DoorDash and food delivery. You got to go eat. All right, you guys. Joey, this was fun. I enjoyed the chat.
So did I.
Okay, everybody hit the thumbs up. Thank Joey for being here. I'm sure we'll get some comments, and there's going to be the what is it? Joey's unpopular opinion. if you have a comment about Joey's unpopular opinions, make sure to comment them down below. But say what you mean and don't say it mean, and thank our guest so he will come back, please.
They can say it mean.
And if you have something to say about my opinion, say what you mean, and don't try to come score for me in the comments because you know I don't like it.
I actually enjoy the.
You enjoy the comments.
I enjoy the intercourse. I enjoy the because everybody doesn't think the same way, and everybody doesn't see things the same way, and I certainly have a way of seeing things. Mm-hmm. So, and it's based on there's a saying, how you see things a lot of times is a function of where you sit. How you stand on things is a function of where you sit. So just remember that. So it's
you have your perspective. Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah.
I think, look, you're the people ask for you to come back all the time. Do you see the minute you pop into the chat, it's like Joey.
I didn't know I was unpopular. I didn't know.
You're popular. You're that guy in Bougie Gang. You're that guy. Okay.
But I love when you do cases. I'm telling you, that Kayla case really had me.
It's good.
I literally I was traveling and just put it on and I was just glued to it because I just my mouth was absolutely open the entire time. I couldn't.
Oh my God, me too.
I just didn't believe it.
I think there's more. We just have to stay tuned. And there's more. There's more going on. And I think if her mom doesn't take that deal, we stay tuned for round 2. And the day if she doesn't take that deal and Kayla's going to have to come testify, that's going to be good. I cannot wait. But that could be next year then. You never know. But
Kayla is such a terrible witness. I doubt you get much out of it. If it's going to be this thing that she did last time.
Not so much Kayla. Let's just say the witnesses, the parade of victims who are now going to have to come in to testify. So I'm just saying in totality, what we heard on the phone, the Zoom, that's all going to come to life because all those people are going to have to come into the courtroom.
Seems like they don't mind doing it.
Absolutely. So I'm ready. I want to hear the evidence. I want to hear him lay out the evidence and all of those things and how they're proving it. That's what's going to be not so much just Kayla's testimony, but she'll have to come in her prison outfit, her shackles, and testify. I don't know if they'll let her get dressed up or not. No. She'll come as her daughter's already in custody. It's going to be interesting. Whether she's a good witness or not, that's not my problem to solve. I'm just here. I hate to say I'm just here for the show, but I'm here for the trial.
But you're just here for the show, and it is, and it will be a show. Enjoy the intercourse. Could you rephrase that? No, I will not rephrase that because I meant what I said. That was
That's what I said, Patty. She better. If she doesn't, she's a fool. She doesn't, she's a fool. She better take that deal next week.
When does she do back in court?
They don't even have anything set, but I would imagine we might see Will on Monday or Tuesday, when he turns that camera on and Will's just kind of like, hey, I just came by to talk to you. We just have to stay tuned. Was Kayla in custody? You know what I mean? Like there's so many things that we're just waiting to happen. It's just one of those when Bernie puts that camera on, we just need to be looking and seeing what's going on over there.
And
that's pretty much it.
You do a very good job of that. And
watching.
Love the channel. Yeah, it's really good.
Oh, thank you.
Really good. You are
doing. Thank you, Joey. I appreciate that.
Excellent work.
Oh, thank you. So, okay. Huh?
Be a little something extra in your paycheck this week.
Oh, So let's just say this, everybody. Joey, happy Father's Day. Let's let you
Thank
get back
you.
to the fam, because I'm sure Mrs. Sea Dog is like, are you done on that internet program you love so much? And let you get back to the fam and all of the things. So happy Father's Day. Thank you for spending some time with us. I will send you those links so you can get caught up on the Moors. They're a very interesting couple. They even made it to an episode of NBC Greed. Okay.
Oh,
They
really?
made it to Greed. Yeah, they sure did. I'll send you a link to it. I mean, they were private jets and everything, helicopters. And I mean, they were putting on a show, but they had amassed quite a bit of money. So
Is this the couple that got 40 years?
yes.
Okay.
Yes. Nice looking, telegenic and all of the things, taking the pictures, setting the scene, providing the aesthetics. They were doing their social media thing.
Yeah.
You're getting all kinds of happy Father's Days in the chat.
Yeah, I see. Well, thank you. You can make me a happy father by just remember to take care of each other. And we've got to stop. If it sounds too good to be true, it probably is.
Yes.
There's no such thing as a free lunch. No one's going to teach you how to get rich. And no
And
one's
it's
going to
just,
make you
it's
rich.
okay to say no. I feel like there's this stigma that everybody has to support everyone's business, and you're not being like community centered, or you're not being whatever centric someone's going to accuse you of not being by not supporting with your dollars. And we don't have to put our dollars into everything. If you feel good about it and you're okay with it going wherever it goes, then put it. But if you're not, and you're not sure, and you just know you're not that type, don't let people talk you into separating you from your money. And that's really not what you want to do, because you really might regret it. Just don't do it. Don't do it.
Yeah.
Investing is not for everybody, and risky investments are not for everybody. And also casual investing into someone's hand is not for everybody. So
I guess the answer is if you don't know, if you don't understand what's happening, then you probably shouldn't do it. And it seems that these people are getting in situations where they don't really understand what's actually happening. And that is problematic for me, because you wouldn't do that with anything else.
Right.
But your money, and I think people and people leverage something. They leverage faith, they leverage relationships, and they leverage a tragedy, and
kinship.
Yeah.
They had some people were family, friends like family, long-term relationships. It's just, these people are disgusting. I'm so sorry. She really betrayed a lot of people. She didn't just cheat and scam people. She flat out betrayed some people.
I mean, she did.
She betrayed everybody, but I feel like it's more of a betrayal to the people that they, like her mom's childhood friend, and the lady who's like, I saw her in diapers, or I've known her since she was 13. And those people were hurt.
They were, but Kayla couldn't really explain how her money was being invested. Not really. She couldn't really.
She was running over to Chanel. She was investing in Chanel and Neiman Marcus and at the Dr. Miami.
She said they invested my money. It was doing well. Everybody was coming to me. I was a scapegoat. He used the word scapegoat. So I got tired of being a scapegoat, and so I just wanted to turn them on to it. And because I was doing so well, but I don't think she could explain how she was doing so well.
She's just been used to telling a certain lie.
Yeah.
And her lawyer is trying to figure out. Now, I know you told me one lie in the office. Can we get this lie straight? Because I'm sitting up here in front of like the double Harvard grad, McBurney, and he's not stupid at all. So can you please get this straight? Because I thought we went over this. I feel like she was going off the rails as far as what they talked about in the office versus her sitting there in real time having to tell the story because she's a liar.
I tell you, if I had a genie, I would love to attend one of those meetings with her to hear what she was actually saying.
Oh, it's probably absolutely disgusting.
I would love to hear it, to hear what she said.
Lies on lies. I bet you what she said to Ford is nothing compared to what he had to okay, no, don't say it like that. You know what I mean? Like he had to help her.
Oh, sure. But I'm sure whatever she said at the church.
Oh, the info meeting. Oh my God. Yes.
I'm sure.
The sales pitch.
Right. That you and I, most people could see right through it. That it would be like that. That's not going to work. But these other folks did not. So I wonder what she actually told them.
I don't know, but in my comments on the video with Tyrone, just go down through it. There's a lady in there, and she said that she paid $150 for VIP, and Kayla's mother was in there taking money, writing receipts, and taking pictures of people's IDs. I was through.
Okay, taking pictures of IDs. That would make me very suspicious. Taking pictures of IDs for what? To do what? Did you get a receipt? Did you get a prospectus? Did you get none of this? No one in this room had any questions.
I had someone call me a friend. She wasn't really a friend, but she was another mom who tried to call me. She called me and was telling me about her little investment club. She was a mom from the daycare, and we got to talking one day, and she wanted to tell me about her susu, like it's like a little investment club. And I guess some of those work out fine, but I go to work every day, and I'm cool with at the time, I'm cool with where I was at, and I was cool with where I was going, and I'm cool with what I had in my pocket, and I'm cool with everything.
What is a susu?
It's some sort of like a casual investment club where you have like a plan. Like, let's just say you have 10 people and you have a 10-week plan. Everybody, let's say every week, everyone's giving $100. So you've got 10 people, everyone gives $100. So then you've got $1,000. Okay. So person number one gets $1,000 the first week. Person number two gets $1,000. Everyone gets $1,000. So it's almost like someone gets $1,000 at the beginning, and you get $1,000 every week until it's so one person. So you have to rely on nobody falling off,
right?
And you have to rely. That's the main thing. Everybody is giving amount of money every week, and 1 week it's your turn to get the pot.
Okay. So how much money have you put in to the susu the entire time?
$1,000.
So you're just getting your money back.
Getting your money back if you're lucky.
So
because people fall off,
right? But say everybody stays with it. So if you just save
it's
your
just
money,
a chance to get absolutely. I didn't see the. I was like, baby, I don't need nothing like that. I'm beyond that. Look, but people do it. Like, I just respect the fact that I'm not in that. Like, that's not me, and I respect that there's people out here that find that to be a way to get a lump sum of money, because sometimes some people find it hard to get a lump sum of money together. So they need this little friend circle to help them do that. But when that person asked me, I was like, baby, no, I'm not the one. You know what I'm saying? I'm cool. Yeah, I don't need that. I don't need that.
I've heard of these table clubs. I've heard of these things around. But
it's not a savings club, Irie, because some people who honor the agreements and they do it, for them, honestly, I don't even see the point and purpose, because you can save your own money. That's number one. But number two, if somebody falls off, or two or three, somebody is not getting their money. And there are times where people in these saving circles, somebody is one or two or three, in the collective to get money, and they're out of money. Like if people fall off, unless you have padded the fund in, if you've padded it, you're putting in more than what you're going to get out, which then what's the purpose in that? Because now you're paying money to get a lump sum. It's just, no offense to anyone who's done it and it works for you or whatever, because maybe there's going to be someone out here that's done it for years and it works for them and and that's fine. My experience when I was approached about it, I was not interested at all.
Yeah, it's interesting. And again, some of these savings clubs and table clubs, again, when it's money, when it's small amounts of money that you can afford to lose is one thing. But I
didn't even know these people. So I only knew the one person, and it wouldn't have mattered if I knew the people well. I know how to save $1,000. You know what I mean? Like I don't need to do that. I can save it on my own because I'm giving up $100 a week to get $1,000 on a week, and I can just do that myself. Like it just doesn't make any sense, but it makes sense to who it makes sense to. My thing is that it could have been a scam because I don't know this group of people. Also, even if it wasn't a scam, I still wasn't interested in commingling with strangers. That was just my thing. Now, when there's someone here saying you have friends who've done it for years in New York, and that works out perfect. So I'm just talking about my experience. One day I was at one of the meetings for some type of investments. Everyone got involved, but me. There was about 150 people. I was the only one who didn't. Okay.
Yeah, and I think that
this type of savings club only for people who can't open high yield savings clubs. Yes, it is to help people save historically because some people didn't trust the banks. Well, yeah. You have to really know the group of people. I didn't know any of those people, and I was like, it just wasn't worth it to me. It wasn't worth it. Absolutely. Is Kayla in jail yet? I'll let you know when she is. As far as I know, not. She's not. She'll be when she gets put in jail. I'll let you know. As far as I know, she's not. We've been live for 3 hours and I haven't had a chance to check Fulton County. But I expect to get some sort of notification, and I don't have any notifications yet that she's in jail. So when I find out, I will let you guys will be the first to know. I promise.
She's not making it easy on herself, but I do believe she's trying to go to a different facility. There's no other reason to stay out like this to do this.
But she's not going to be in Fulton County. She'll be in Fulton County until the bus comes to pick her up to take her to the reception center. I just think, okay, she's trying to get somewhere else. You're not really doing a great job to negotiate either. Also, I
was sick.
That's the Georgia Department of Corrections. Can McBurney dictate where? Isn't Georgia Department of Corrections who she has to talk to?
Correct, but I was sick. I am suicidal. She said that she was suicidal.
Then they'll put her in a turtle suit.
She's thrown all these tropes out there. She kind of put them out in the court. She's very good at kind of. She was very good at putting those crumbs out there. So. And getting that on the record. So anything at this point in time, I don't think she would actually do that, but what I do think there would be a reason to delay her intake. But you check now, she's probably picked up by now. I'd like to think. It only gets worse over the weekend.
Yeah. At 2:00 in the morning or something. That would be it. That's awful.
Yeah, I agree with you on that.
Lights and no babysitter and kids going off to the, waiting to be picked up, and that's not nice at all.
Those aren't fun.
Mm. Well, I don't, we will, this is a developing story. As soon as I know something, you guys will know. Okay.
Oh, cocktail time.
Okay. All right. Well, enjoy. Have yourself a nice weekend, and we'll talk. I'll send you an email with the links for the other case.
All right, Francoise, do that.
Okay.
So take a look at
all right. Take care. Have a good night.
Thank you. Bye,
okay.
bye-bye.
All right. Bye-bye. Okay, everybody. Okay, Bougie Gang, on your best behavior tonight. Look at y'all. I didn't see y'all getting it, Joey, at all. Look at that. We had a nice chat tonight. Look at that. We didn't really go in, so. But yeah, I feel like y'all, Nesto topic, girl, I just hope the next time we really talk, well, we might talk about Nesto next week. We got to talk about it up to the jail anniversary. When is his jail anniversary? Let's see. Let me look at my calendar. When is it coming? Okay. 2 weeks from Tuesday. Okay. 2 weeks from Tuesday. It's going to be the 4-year jail anniversary. All right, you guys, have a good night. Y'all, we did a longie, okay? We did a nice longie. I hope you guys enjoyed. I appreciate y'all so much. Thanks for coming through. Thank you for all the jewels and gifts. Thank you, Hey Siri, Sonia, Sparkly Hands, and Allegedly. Thank you for the last couple of jewels that y'all sent me. Thank you so much, okay? All right, you guys, have a good evening. Hit the thumbs up for me. And I know when it is. I just didn't know when it was on the calendar versus today. So let's just say 2.5 weeks. That's what I was talking about. More like the duration of time, not the actual moment in time. We know it's July 7th now. Come on. Okay. All right, you guys. Take care. Have a wonderful evening. I will see you guys later. Let's end it on.
You can sleep. Side hand, I'll be that too. Because chicks are young and this chick is old. So I'll be the side hand. Thank you, Reggie, for correcting her. I will be the side chick. The mistress, the side chick, the hand. It's whatever. I mean, name calling is what y'all do. That's just, you can sleep. Side hand, I'll be that too. Because chicks are young and this chick is old. So I'll be the side hand. Thank you, Reggie, for correcting her. I will be the side chick. The mistress, the side chick, the hand. It's whatever. I mean, name calling is what y'all do. That's just